Let's get. Oh, I need to change. We're still in Heroes of the Storm category though. Need to change that real quick. Alright, let's get back to it. Alright, so where were we last time? Uh-huh. We need to track down my gun. Find a way to get to the sexy lady on the balcony. Asking Joy's question. Secret passage. Sewer. Find a person you know who tampered with the scene. May take a while. Find a cryptozoologist. I'm not gonna ask on anything. Call Alice back, but that's tomorrow. Ask about tattoo meaning. Access Harbor. Talk to Titus. Call Jamrock Public Library. For information card. Jamrock Public Library. Maybe through the radio? Okay, we have something to do here for sure. But I'm going to check. I need to check the church first. Need to see what was up with this church. I left it for today. Huh? Can I not go there? Also, let me check the left side real quick as well. Something here. Some people. Hello?
Here we go. Nice and easy.
There is the cryptozoologist.
Guys, not out of this jam.
There's a cylinder on the ground in which the man is arranging some netting. It looks like some kind of trap. He notices you.
Who's there? Oh, the police. Hello, officers.
Is that the police? Why are the police here?
We have come because we're the police.
Don't worry, Gary. I'll handle it.
You must be Morel, the cryptozoologist.
To what do I owe the pleasure?
That's sarcasm. He takes no pleasure from your appearance.
You don't seem happy to see the RCM. Lena sent me. She's been really worried about you and is waiting for you to get back. Yes.
Of course. Thank you for passing along the message. That damn water lock is broken. We can't go all the way around the 881.
Yeah, that was me. I broke the waterwork with my motor carriage, but it's fixed now. You can go back. The waterwork's been fixed. It was fine when it crossed it. Withhold the whole story, and I'm telling the truth. I'm a righteous person.
You broke the water lock with a motor carriage. There was a billboard in the canal. Not a vehicle. It said Samaran Butter.
No, see, I jumped over the canal in my motor carriage, steering through the Samaran Buddha sign, which fell into the canal. Blocking the gates, I used the pawn shop as a winch ramp.
Why?
Why? Oh, he really wants me to spill all the beans, huh? Because I needed to drive into the ocean? Because I'm insane? It was an experiment to gouge the Corpus's 40's aerial performance. I'm something of a gentleman scientist. I mean, I did it because I'm kind of insane. But saying that I'm a gentleman scientist is also very cool. I'm just gonna say I'm insane.
Insane? Yes, okay, good. But you said the water lock is fixed now. So we can go back.
Yes,
Did he say we can go back now?
Yes, Gary. We can go soon. If you see Lena, tell her I won't be long.
Fantastic.
Sir, your wife is waiting for you.
I just have to do one more round. See if the phasmid has taken the bait. Then we go in.
Tell me about this phasmid you're looking for. Tell me more about these traps. Lena seems pretty eager for you to return. How did you become? I'll get going. Let's say about Lena first.
And I'm eager to return to her, I assure you. But I can't leave before we finish with these traps.
Okay.
My wife understands that just as well as anyone.
Let me actually get my milk out.
Come on, Morel. We've been soaking out here for days. It's time to go back.
And leave the traps? Absolutely not. I won't let Lena down.
Come on, she wants us back. I'm soaked up to my nuts over here. We'll both catch reed crabs if we don't dry out soon.
I've never heard of reed crabs before. Is it like a fungus or something? I don't know the phasmid was important to Lena. I didn't know. Come on, you're doing this for yourself, not her. I'm gonna take the husband's side, because I guess it's their family thing or something important to them.
Of course it's important to her. She's seen it. A verified sighting, on record. One of only 4 this century, and it's hers. Yes, that's how we first came to know one another, in fact. But that's her story to tell, not mine.
Needless to say, you must ask her about the mysterious phasmid.
Maybe.
Suffice to say, it's long been our dream to find proof of the Insulindian phasmid together. I can't abandon course now.
Is he dying or something? Maybe you could go back to the whirlwind warm-up, come back to check the traps later. You should just give up on this bug hunt. Okay, I understand, I don't give up on things either. Yeah, I feel like he should maybe check up with his wife real quick. Maybe get some heat.
No. The traps need to be monitored on a regular schedule. What would we do if the phasmid were to starve while we were sipping tea at the hostel?
Okay, dude.
He's dead set on this.
How do you... Well, I don't have any more questions about his little scientific hunt, so I'm gonna leave him for now. Let's check the other guy as well.
Hello, I'm Gary. How do you do, officer?
Gary.
Yellow man. I mean, officer.
Hey, that's racist.
The lieutenant raises his eyebrows slightly and takes out his notebook.
That goes in your, how you call it in English? In your file, my good sir.
Yellow man. Interesting. This is something to ask him about after a little probing first.
I'm just waiting for my friend Morel to finish up with his insect traps so we can return to civilization.
Not a lover of great outdoors? Yeah, I'm more of a city boy too.
I like nature, just not this bloody coast. It's mostly drunks and degenerates that come here.
Ooh, well, that's pretty much what I've seen so far, honestly, so...
Degenerates. This man respects authority too much. To see the truth inscribed upon thine own visage. Pretend thou art a paragon of virtue.
I'm neither of those things, I can assure you. I am a by-the-books, clean as a whistle officer of the law. I'm not even tempted to touch intoxicants. That's not true. Drunks and degenerates. That's my crew. I don't want to be part of that crew anymore. Sadly, I think I might be a drunk or a degenerate. Maybe even both. Nobody's perfect. But I'm sure you've been tempted to drink. Well, I was a drunken degenerate, but I don't want to be that anymore. So... This is too much of an answer that is like... it's not that big of a deal that I was a drunk, you know? I guess I'll say that I might be, because it's not I am.
Dark times will do that to good men.
Serious question time. This man is no innocent. No one is.
Do you know anything about the man hanging behind the bar? Is this your mug? The yellow man mug. Yeah, I should actually ask him. Are you a cryptozoologist too? You were surprised to see my colleague, Lieutenant Kitsuragi. Let's ask him about the mug first.
My mug? Why would you think that?
You said yellow man. That's not something many people go around saying. It seems as if you were calling to it Wongele when you cried yellow man. I can see you recognize it. It's in your eyes. Let's go with the first.
Really? I hear it all the time. All in jest, of course. No offense meant to anyone.
Still, seems suspicious. Did I mention the mug was found at the scene of a lynching? Alright, I believe you. You look like the kind of man who knows it's a crime to lie to an officer. I mean, I have no reason to be suspicious of this guy at the moment. This guy doesn't feel like a criminal for me to be suspicious from a first interaction towards him, I think. Let's just throw that it was crime or something just to tease him.
Okay, I admit it.
It was him!
In the trash container behind the hostel. I know I shouldn't have, and I am very sorry, officer.
The mug actually doesn't connect him to the crime at all, but he still didn't tell us the truth instantly, which is a first big suspicious thing in my book.
You're not going to find me, are you?
I am. Rip out a fine for 20 real, for 100 real, for 250 real. Nah, I just want information.
Whew. Thank you. You won't regret this. I won't use another man's property to dump my garbage ever again. I don't know what got into me, really. Work has been stressful lately. Damn Koiko's price dumping us out of competition.
What did you do, Gary?
Nothing. Just answering some questions. Helping out the law.
How did you get into the trash container? Gary, did you put the quotes of a murder victim, the man who was hanged behind the whirling in rage, into the trash container?
Officer, please. Let me explain. It's not like that.
Do explain, my good sir.
I was only cleaning up. I live right across the yard from where he was hanged, and I saw him stripped naked. All the clothes lying around in the yard, smelling. People are animals, you know?
Okay, then what happened?
Then I came out to clean up the rags because no one else would. I put them into the whirling's trash, along with a broken mug, admittedly. Okay. I was coming to throw the mug away, and, well, I threw the mug there and the clothes too.
Okay.
Right. It was just civic duty.
Exactly. That's exactly what it was. Civic duty.
You wouldn't know anything about the victim's missing armor, would you?
Armor? No. I mean, yes. Of course. I know he was wearing armor, but I don't know anything about it.
An infant could see he's not telling the truth, but he's too scared to admit more wrongdoing.
So my brain is feeling something suspicious. There could be something. How did you get into the trash container?
I know a guy who works with the trash collection services, CS Municipal. He gave me a master key for the trash containers of Martinez.
Why would you need to get into everyone's trash?
So I can use the Whirling's trash compactor to store my own stuff. Garbage disposal is expensive as hell. The damn Hemians run it like a mob. I'm sorry, okay? I thought I could cut costs. I shouldn't have. I shouldn't have disgraced myself.
Disgraced? No need for the histrionic, sir. It was, after all, just a trash container.
We don't have anything to ask this guy.
I hope I could help your investigation.
Oh,
In my small way.
do you know anything about the man behind? You were surprised to see my colleague? Legendary road check. Why is he shifting around like that? Analyze Gary's composure. It's a very low chance. Let's ask him a bit more about the Lynch guy.
I told you everything I know, sir. I'm truly sorry for the mug, but I have nothing to do with that.
Shifts uncomfortably in his quotes. Very suspicious.
Uncomfortable shifting around doesn't make him the killer, though. It's something else.
Let's ask him a little bit more about stuff. See if he's gonna say something unintentionally. You were surprised to see my colleague, Lieutenant Kitsuragi.
Not many Sealites here, or anywhere, other than Sail. I meant no offense, truly.
Do you remember how, when we met Measurehead and we said the next races would be a really good one?
Yeah, I actually do remember that. I think so. Sorry, as you know, I've been having problems with my memory. Yes.
Well, this is that racist.
Are Wookiee racist? Will you grant us 3 wishes, Gary? Are you Gary? Are you a racist? I don't know, I like the previous racist better. He's nothing compared to Measurehead.
I don't know who that is, but all I meant was there are not many Sealites around here.
Do you have a problem with Seolites? The lieutenant is a native of Revashok. What are they doing in that CEU of theirs? Scheming? Do you have a problem with Seolites?
No, no problem at all.
Impenetrable smile at the lieutenant. Can we get to another tree
Do you
here?
remember how, when we... Well, this is that racist.
Are you a racist, girl?
Hey, man, all I meant was there are not many Sealites around here. I'm just stating a fact.
It is a native of Revashok.
Oh, yes, of course he is. I was just speaking about his connections. Let's change the subject, okay?
Are you a cryptozoologist too?
No. I help Morel with research sometimes, and I've learned some things along the way. But I don't usually go in for picnics like this on my own.
After all this time with Morel, he must have an opinion on cryptids. This could lead to a good one.
I'm into cryptids. Do you have a favorite? Fascinating. Let's talk about something else. Yeah, I don't want to talk about the zoo stuff.
Yes, officer?
I don't know how to improve this check. It's a composure check. My composure is very low, so let's just go 8% whatever happens. It's a white check, so.
That
Woo!
shirt looks very uncomfortable on him. Look at the buttons, barely keeping that thing together, as if something is ready to rip out from underneath.
His massive musculature, something wore underneath it.
Yes, like a piece of ceramic armor, for example.
Oh!
One that makes a clicking sound
Oh!
when the plates meet each other, resembling pearls or marbles, stolen from the corpse in the yard near where he lives.
That is insane, catch my good sir. I see you're a connoisseur of high quality combat gear. Damn, that was an 8% chance. And we got him. In a lie. With that chick.
I knew you'd figure it out, officer. I'm sorry I didn't tell you at once. I was ashamed of what I did. And I didn't want you to know.
You see gleaming white ceramic shine underneath. A thin layer of interlocking plates covers his torso. Gaunt. I don't know what that is.
We're not detecting falsehood, sire. He's gearing up to admit the truth.
Gary, what's going on?
Gary's been being unrighteous, my good sir. Shh.
Later, Morale. I've got apologizing to do.
No, you've got explaining to do.
Icy tone from the lieutenant. Give me that armor now. Why did you really put those quotes in the trash? Why did you lie to me, Gary? Do you know? I'm gonna ask him why he lied to me.
Because I was weak. I should have told you the moment I saw you. But
The hell, Gary? You in trouble?
Shh.
I'll explain later.
Why did you really put those quotes in the trash?
Everyone was picking those pieces off him, and I was watching them do it. And they'd scattered his clothes all over the yard. Everything was smelling.
Smelling fishy, Gary, from you. Start telling me the truth.
So I went there to take out the trash and started cleaning up. All those rags on the ground, him swinging up there, and I had a lapse of honor, sir. I thought, he's a foreigner. They all say he wasn't from here.
He keeps saying he did it because it was an honorable thing to do.
Only the cuirass was left, so I stripped it off him. It was early in the morning. No one saw me. I took it with me. It was a mistake. Had I known it'd give you guys trouble, I wouldn't have... Fuck.
We're detecting sincere contrition here, sire. He's not trying to flatter anyone.
It's okay. It was a loose end, and you are tying it up now.
I'm so fucking sorry I called you Yellow Man. CLI officers commanded the suzerain's navy. Most of them sided with the king when...
They were thoroughly conservative men, he realizes suddenly. It's difficult to say what the lieutenant thinks of this historic apology. His face does not belie emotions.
I mean, I guess we should take the armor because it's evidence. So I guess I'll tell him to give it to me.
He sighs again, hangs his head, and unbuttons his shirt fully. A cuirass that matches the dead man's boots comes into view. Soon it is in your hands, smelling of his sweat.
Okay. Analyze Isaac composure to find if he's hiding something more. We already did that though. Why is this still a quest? Oh, and I got a skill point. Oh, I needed authority and perception a bit. Wait, I have 1 point, right? I think I'm gonna save it because I wanna go to the cleaning lady apartment with authority, and I'm not sure if that authority is gonna be enough. So I'm gonna keep the point for now, actually. Do you know who killed the hangman?
I always thought it was the Union. Some Union hardasses. Lynched him because of the strike. But almost everyone in town knows that. I wish I could tell you more.
This is all he knows.
Yes, absolutely. I will never do anything like this again.
Okay, thank you for your cooperation. We got a lot of value from this investigation here. Especially with the 8% lucky roll. And I think we can play that, yeah? With Gary. Fantastic. Got a lot of experience for that. And we got the armor that we could potentially wear for pain and volition. But I don't think it's right to wear an investigation item. So I'm just gonna keep it there, I guess. What's this?
That patch of reeds over there, it's a great place to hide something. Kind of out of the way. Being so close to the water.
Wait, I can see anything interesting. What is this about?
Nothing. Just a hunch. The hunch passes, leaving you there. by the old boy bobbing in the water. Time to go.
I just got a random hunch that there might be something here, but that was it. That's pretty random. A bew bobs in the water. The number it says 11. Bew? What's a bew? Is it like a bijou or something? Bew. There's something suspicious going with this place here, but I don't know what it is at the moment. Maybe we need more perception to see it. I'm just gonna leave it at that for now. And I'm gonna check the church. Which was on the right? And then we go back to the town to check the old lady, the two old ladies. I think this is the church, right? But let me take a quick piss before we enter. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door.
Heavy wooden doors, more than twice your height, stand shut in front of you. The rectangular sea-wall ornamentation appears in stark contrast to the padlock, carelessly drilled into the wood.
Why did you shave? I felt that I should do that because my beard would make me look very creepy. I also made myself so my smile would go away because I felt like, well, that was the make my character insane by fortifying the smile. But my character started looking very depressed, so I'm not sure if that was the right choice. But we did it. Those are the choices I did, Rosash, my good sir. And what are the options here? Rattle the doors to see if they're open, inspect the carpentry, take a closer look at the padlock, inspect the staple. I'm not sure what the staple is, but let's start with number 1.
Nothing happens, only the sound of the padlock rattling against the door.
I don't think that's going to work.
Carpentry.
The carving on the door is block-like and angular, like the church itself. 2 large beams shoot downwards, sinking into the wood before they reach the threshold.
Run your head over the beam.
The surface is smooth from the wind, but moist to the touch. The carving on the doors remain unchanged, closed with a padlock.
What's the staple?
The padlock passes through a staple that's been hastily attached to the wood. Closer inspection reveals that one of the screws is not a screw at all, but a nail. The work has been done recently and is unprofessional, to say the least.
So is a staple like, if this is the padlock, this is a staple or something? I don't know.
Should you want to get through, it might be easier to just pry the whole thing off.
Turn to the lieutenant. This is where Mr. Prybar comes in handy.
Maybe we should circle the building first and look for another way. The building has seen enough mistreatment.
Where do you think we should start?
Can you hear the pulsing bass underneath the wind? A sure sign of junior delinquency, somewhere east of here.
I don't know what a junior delinquency means, but I know what east is, so we're going east, I guess.
There's something on the sea ice there.
Something on the sea ice? Apply some official force on the padlock. If I want to do that, but I won't. Take a closer look.
This cheap-looking padlock is sturdily built. It shackles together a hasp and a staple screwed into the wooden door. The lock is adorned with a yellow sticker.
Look at the sticker.
You see a yellow circle with 2 X's and a big curve below them that looks like a map.
Nirvana?
You're pretty sure you haven't seen it before, but what the symbol depicts is clear enough. A smiling dead guy. The curve makes it smile, and the X's make it dead.
This looks like a Nirvana symbol, but I don't know why it would be there.
There is something blindingly modern about this symbol. Its modernness puts to shame everything you've seen before.
What makes it so modern? Have you seen the symbol before? Take another look at the boring padlock. Have you seen that?
He takes off his glasses and uses a blue handkerchief to thoroughly wipe them clean before inspecting the sticker. Then he looks up, pauses, and replies.
No.
What does it look like to you?
Looks like a dead man smiling. Suggests junior delinquency.
What is junior delinquency?
For RighteousNicky, the moral intern defined junior delinquents as minors between the ages of 10 and 16 who have committed an act in violation of the law.
Also, hooligans.
These acts aren't called crimes as they would be for adults. Crimes committed by minors are called delinquent acts. This was part of your officer's exams.
What is suggestive of junior delinquency here?
I haven't seen that sticker before, and I'm not a youth.
I agree, it's very modern, but does that cheery guy not know he's dead? Or does the dead guy not care that he is? What is the source of the irony here?
That level of conceptual thinking is not part of my skill set.
Try to peel off the sticker without ripping it. Why would I wanna do that? I could get this sticker potentially for the future, it seems. But I don't know. I don't talk to the 2 Joker kids, so I don't feel like I'm gonna need that. For the time being, I think. And I don't see why the sticker is important for the investigation at the moment, so I think I'm gonna leave it be. But what was this about a padlock option?
You see, there is something blindingly modern. This cheap-looking padlock is sturdily built. It shackles together a hasp and a staple screwed into the wooden door. The lock is adorned with a yellow sticker.
No, there was another padlock
See,
option here
there
in
is
the
something
conversation.
blinding.
No. Looks like a dead man smiling. I haven't
Padlock,
seen that
padlock,
sticker
padlock.
before.
This cheap-looking padlock is sturdily built.
No, you just bring me
Shackles
back.
together.
Okay. Well, he said we should go to the east. Check around for another entrance, possibly. This doesn't look like it at the moment, maybe. This is east, right? Maybe underneath? Before you, a drawbridge, it can only be ward from the other side. This thingy, okay. There is something on the other side, but we cannot lower the bridge at the moment. Well, I guess we can. Low. There's a guy here. Let me look around a little bit. Someone's trying to bring cheers into the world. It's a tent as well. Trash. A pole keeps the tent erect. Tribalistic markings.
A pane of Eternite has been planted into the snow. 2 poles are holding it up. Barely holding it up. It could fall over any minute. A stronger gust of wind might be enough.
What is this?
It looks like a makeshift bridge. Could be convenient.
Sure.
The pane falls into the icy snow with a soft thunk.
Cool.
We should ask that girl on the ice what's going on here.
Yo, little girl. Is your name Snow White or something? What are you doing here?
A shaggy-looking girl in her late teens or early 20s kneels on the ice with an electronic contraption in her hand. Hearing you approach, she looks up.
Asele.
Oh, hello there.
General Kenobi.
It's cold out here, but she's not wearing a hat. She must be freezing. Everyone knows drugs make you invulnerable to cold. You bet this one likes to party.
Dear child, it's freezing. Where is your hat? So you wanna party? I have some questions for you. Yeah, where is your hat?
Huh?
I said you should have a hat on.
So should you.
Touche. Come to think of it, I should. Where would I get one around here? I don't have to do anything. I'm the law. You have to do what the law says. Nah, that's too... whoa, aggressive. I don't know if she wants to. I don't want to go the party route, man. I don't want to drink. Otherwise, I'm gonna get insane again. Where would I get a hat?
I don't know, some kind of a store? Maybe a general store? Look, man, fuck the hat.
What?
What did she just say? That's not how a civilian is supposed to address an officer of the law.
Regain authority in her eyes. 8% chance, and it cannot be retried. I was planning to potentially get another point in the authority radar. But I'm not gonna do the check. Is this kind of language necessary?
I'm sorry I said fuck the hat. I was concentrating on something else. My whole family swears and it rubbed off on me.
Damn. Pained expression on her face. She will answer your questions now. What's your name?
A cell.
And your surname?
Why?
I'm from the police. It's for the paperwork.
Okay, it's Burger.
A cell burger.
A very common name.
Really?
You have little reason to doubt that's her real name. But she's not all that surprised by this cop show questioning, is she?
Was she expecting the police to get to her? What is that device there?
This is a portable recording device. It's for field recording. Low quality, but still.
And the wires?
Actually, just one wire. I picked on it till the braiding came loose. The wire leads to a contact microphone.
What's a contact microphone?
A contact mic records sounds from inside things, like this ice.
Your mangled brain would like you to know there is a boxer called Contact Mike.
That's so random. Any news on my wife's name? How about my mother? What am I supposed to do with this?
No idea.
Does this have anything to do with Contact Mike? How does that thing work? Where did you get the mic from? Actually, I had some yeah, where did you get this mic from? Is she spying on the ice? What is she doing?
Same place I got the recorder from, the Elysium.
What's that?
Oh man, you haven't been to the Elysium? It's the coolest place in this whole drug-addled shithole. It's a music club and a synthesizer workshop on Boogie Street in Jamrock. Musicians live there, like real musicians. I once saw Arno van Eyck.
Sounds interesting. Sounds like a place for congregating homosexuals. What? I don't want to answer any of those. Because I don't want to know more about this Arno Joker. But saying that it's a congregating homosexual, that feels like a pretty drastic response. Yeah. Who is this Arno guy?
Oh yeah, guess you wouldn't know Van Eyck. Or really be a Elysium going kind of person.
Righteous officers are not afraid to ask the uncomfortable questions in order to reach the truth. Yeah, but this is just general small talk, man. I'm not trying to reach anything at the moment. On the second thought, let's go back to the mic. I don't want to know about more about this Arno guy.
Yes?
Does this how does this thing work?
The mic? I don't exactly know. Somehow it doesn't pick up vibrations from the air. The book said it only picks up structure-borne sound, if you like technobabble.
I have no idea what's up with that, but my encyclopedia knowledge told me to ask about contact mic, so I guess I'll ask randomly about it. Small talk is necessary to gain your interlocutor's trust and make them open up or make them slip up. I don't know what that means, interlocutors.
Yeah, I record stuff with it.
No, I mean the boxer contact mic.
No. This is a contact microphone. It's for recording inside of solid objects. Contact mic just beats people up.
Yeah, I don't care too much about contact mic.
Okay.
Vocator maybe? Is the linguistic term for a conversation partner. What are you doing out here in the cold?
Recording, I guess.
And what is it you're recording?
I think I'm recording cracks in the ice. But there's no way to tell. Not without headphones. I think I just recorded your footsteps too. Not sure how that will sound.
What happened to the headphones and what are these recordings for?
The musicians in the Palaceum used them for making music. They looped the stuff, cutting the tapes together. They make music out of cracks in the ice and keys jangling. Crazy sounds like that. It's hard to explain.
Damn. So she's an artist. Doing some recording sound of different out-of-the-box sounds. Insane.
Anyway, I thought I'd make some too. It's supposed to be, like, a music place anyway. I don't really know what I'm doing. They use synthesizers too. I don't have a synthesizer.
Stock audio.
Take this, your call.
The lieutenant begins to take off his jacket. Damn. That's pretty random, man. We barely know this person.
No, man, fuck that. I'm cool. I'm sorry I said that. I'm sorry about the fuck.
Yeah, you're gonna be cool. Not only metaphorically, but literally as well.
It's okay.
Now this is where a hat would come in handy. You said it's supposed to be a music place. What is? I had hat. Sure, whatever.
Yeah, maybe you were right about the hat. That? The boys think it could be a place, like the Palaceum or something. Stupid. It's really not gonna be a Palaceum, that's for sure.
Towards the church.
Yeah. Andre and the guys, they're inside, in the tent.
Andre and the guys. We're gonna check up on those boy jokers here.
And why is that?
Why are you freezing out here while the boys are inside?
They got too much stuff crammed in there. No room.
Stuff like what?
Music stuff mostly. Like this tape recorder, but bigger. And there's piles of it.
Why don't just leave some of it outside so you don't have to freeze?
That stuff is more expensive than I am.
What?
More expensive than any of us, really. Doesn't matter. I can take the cold.
That is a wrong way of seeing this, my good lady.
Go ahead.
Tell me more about this music place you've been planning in the church. What? I thought the Palaceum was somewhere else. How did the church come into place here?
It's supposed to become like a club for Nordic dance music, like that new style of synthesizer stuff they play at the Palaceum.
So they want to make the church a club, disco club or something? I don't know what the Nordic means either.
Except that, yeah.
Wind comes blowing in the 6-story structure, lets out a doleful shriek. What is a Nordic dance music?
You know, anodic, cathodic, music that's made with electronic instruments.
Got it.
What do you need to know?
So you want to turn the church into a club?
I know. It's not my idea. Andre and the boys found the place. It was supposed to be deserted, but now they can't even take it. Hey, you two are cops.
No, we're the police. Yes, why do you ask? I don't know where you got that idea. Yeah, we haven't told her anything about us. But yes.
Okay, well, maybe you could talk to Andre and the guys. Because there are some strange things going on in that church. If you're police, you should look into it, right?
I prefer to remain non-committal. I'll talk to them. I've got enough on my plate. Sure, I'll talk.
They're inside that thing there. Would be cool if you did. Was there something else?
Did you put the padlock on the church?
No,
No?
not really, no.
She's trying to get out of a direct lie with semantic tricks. She personally didn't put the padlock on the door.
Oh yeah, and that's what we asked. Okay, if you personally didn't, then who did?
Yeah, you know, that's what I meant. Noid did. Noid put the padlock on the door.
Ah, Noid. Is this a friend of yours?
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
Why did this Noid person put a lock on the church?
To keep more weirdos from getting in. Fucking Martinez. I'm sorry. It's got the worst weirdos. If you get around to it, ask Andre about him, he'll tell ya. Go ahead.
You seem surprisingly comfortable with being questioned. Why is that?
Well, it's just questioning, right? You're just questioning me. It's what cops do.
Have you been questioned before? We do, don't we? Mind if I question you some more? Have you been questioned before?
Once or twice, yeah. I'm sorry I haven't had the Revershaw experience they get east of the river.
What's east of the river?
Rich people. Rich people are east of the river.
Wook awestruck. Who are these rich people? They sound wonderful. I'd like to be one too. Sneer. I bet they're really rich. They must very special people to be so rich. I don't know what sneer means. Lean in and whisper. Let me guess. These rich people are not from around here. Strange. The existence of rich people does not stir any emotion in me.
Bet they like it that way.
Okay. So what trouble you've gotten into with the police?
The usual. I had a shitty run as a teenager.
What's the usual?
You know, drinking, getting into fights. The ugly stuff that happens when you move out your parents' place at 13. In Forberg.
Interesting term. Time to glean some knowledge.
What is Infoborg?
Is this a rhetorical question?
No, literally, I can't remember even the most basic terms sometimes.
Forberg, not in Forberg, is a massive banlieue south of Jamrock Quarter. It is the largest ghetto in Revachol, possibly the world.
And why did you have to move out when you were so young?
My dad was a drunk. Plus, I guess, I just wanted to drink too, you know. Get my party on.
Very unrighteous. I get that. I'm a major party animal myself. Major. Drinking, partying, and disco music are bad for you. You should take me as a warning example. Yes.
She nods very cautiously.
So I have... The tape recorder lies on the ice like a discarded toy. Pick it up. I don't feel I need to do that. It's her thing, eh? I have no reason to take it. Even though it's a war chance. That's it for now, I guess.
Okay, bye.
Need to check on this Andre boys joker here. I'm hearing some music from in the inside.
The tent is just tarpaulin fabric covering a pile of stuff. The flap is open. Inside, 3 young men, all in forward-looking apparel, reminiscent of the sticker on the padlock, are listening to some new form of music. It's like nothing you've ever heard. One of them looks at you.
What does forward-looking apparel mean? Is that the expression on their face, or?
Come on, get in and close the flap behind you. The warm stuff's getting out.
Damn, this guy has the this punk haircut from back in the days.
It's safe to assume this is their leader, or at least he thinks he is.
Squeeze in, I guess. Let's see what business they're doing there. Avant-garde? Okay.
Sorry, we barely have room for one.
You go ahead. I'm too old for this.
Alright, so I'm going solo.
I'm actually not, he thinks. I just dislike delinquents.
I'm sure you will feel right at home. I'll keep watch.
No, I don't want that life anymore, man. Oh boy. Here we go. Canisters filled with what appears to be water that label says distilled. A speaker. The big kind they use for live music. We can question 3 people here. And let's start with the leader.
You see a youngish man bleaching the tips of his hair with a toothbrush. He puts the toothbrush down and extends his hand in greeting.
How do you bleach your hair with a toothbrush? What does that mean? Toothbrush. So is he putting bleach on his hair with a toothbrush, or what's going on here?
Hello, I'm Andre. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Yes? Okay, dude.
There is definitely something futuristic about his hair. Aggressively so. You get the sense that this is what the future will look like.
I don't know about that.
Imbecilic. Yes, should the future ever come, it will look deeply imbecilic, like this guy.
Shake his hand, don't shake. I'm not shaking his hand. I'm here for an investigation, my good sir.
This is my posse, Noid.
I don't know what a posse is. Is it a friend or?
The young man with earrings looks at you suspiciously.
He has the bling.
An egghead.
Egghead. Now this could be a potential contester for Measurehead.
Egg!
The tape Posse is a group, okay? The tape player high above his head continues to blast what is probably anodic music.
Together with a Settle Burger, who's out there right now, doing some seriously progressive sonic experimentation, we like to think of ourselves as music venue organisers.
How many music venues have you organized? Why are you here?
You see, we've been all over Jamrock North, prospecting for real estate to establish a new venue in.
Artists for talent.
Yeah, thank you, Egghead. And while there is no shortage of raw, unfettered talent spinning roots in Jamrock, we've had rotten luck with the real estate part.
Place is a shithole.
I apologise for my friend Noid's potty mouth. I realise this is not how you speak to a police officer. He has authority issues.
Well, this guy at least is using his intellect. Not bad so far. The place is pretty bad. Next time, watch yourself. Was there something you wanted? Your friend Acele said there was a problem with the church.
Oh, so you've met her. Good, good. Yeah, it's a matter of occupied ecclesiastical property. I bet you've noticed the derelict hive of narcomania on the coast.
What is ecclesiastical? Narcomania, I guess that's narcotics.
I'm talking about the church, and I'm not exaggerating. Even a place of spiritual refuge can become a magnet for all sorts of dopeheads and burnouts if left unattended.
Dopeheads. Burnouts.
Well, I'm sad to say, that's exactly what happened. Sad because we were just about to put Martinez on the map with one of the maddest dance clubs in Jamrock. Nah, strike that, in Revachol.
Strike that. The word.
The word!
And sadder yet, because the dopeheads and burnouts hold up in there are the worst kind.
Good. This calls for an opinion. You're an expert in those.
Say, because the Dobkins and Brunos hold up in there are the worst kind. What kind? I won't stand for narcomaniacs of any kind. No narcomaniacs on my watch. Shake your head gravely.
Yes, yes. And the worst part is, they're also spooky.
What exactly do you mean by spooky? Spookiness is not a matter for police investigation. Yeah, let's ask a little bit deeper about this spooky situation that the girl and now this guy is talking about.
I was hoping you would be the judge of that, officer. All I can say is, their spookiness is the kind that keeps us from restoring this church into a community centre and a place of spiritual refuge. Also, they don't eat or clean the building. Shit's gonna collapse.
People just want to spin tapes without them spooking it up. Place has bad signs. No one can dance like that.
Thank you, Egghead. So you're gonna look into it, right? It should be a police matter. Getting them out. Whatever spooky stuff they're doing, I'm sure it's not what the Ecclesiastes meant their property for.
So Ecclesiastes are like church people or something? I'm still not sure. I'll look into it, tell me more. I'll make up my mind later. The police have more important. Actually, I kind of want to look into it. Don't need to deal with unrighteous narcotic people.
All right, man.
Andre's obviously very happy you took him seriously. The whole tent is. The boys exchanged giddy looks.
Churchill, okay. Asele told me Noit put the padlock on the door. Why?
I did ask Noy to install a measure against more drifters wandering in. It's a temporary fix, just something to contain the situation.
I mean, from what these guys are telling me so far, they seem like fine kids that enjoy just a little bit modern music, honestly. They don't seem to be drugged up or anything. They're just chilling here. I'm gonna ask them for as much info as we can.
I had to do it in an hurry. Not my best work, but it should hold for a while.
Back from the 10,000 steps on the workout. Now I'm ditched. Insane workout, my good sir. Hope I can get to 10,000 someday as well, but I'm not sure. I'm still stuck on 7,000 for some time. I need the key. How long have those people been locked in there?
Not long, like a week maybe.
How can you be sure they haven't starved to death?
I'm super sure they're alive. I mean, come on. I'm at least 90%, maybe 85% sure they're still alive.
Somewhere in the ruinous past that led you here, there was something called exams. You may have learned the term involuntary manslaughter there.
Involuntary manslaughter, you say? Andre, do you know what involuntary manslaughter means? 85% is not good enough when you're dealing with another person's physical well-being. 85% is good enough, no one lives forever, baby. Let's ask him about the encyclopedia knowledge here, because I'm a big intellectual.
Yes, I do. I listen to Channel 8 all the time. I know about crime stuff, and I assure you, officer, this is not what's happening here. I'm at least 80% sure they're alive. I mean, come on. Most people aren't ever that alive in their entire lives.
The percentage keeps dropping here. Yes, I catch your drift, kid.
I knew you'd get it. You're one smart cop.
I get by now. Where was with a padlock?
He nods attentively, ready to answer the questions of one smart cop.
Need the key. Actually, we don't need the key yet. Because there should have been some other way in. I'm gonna leave the key for now.
Sure, man. Tell us what you want to know. Let's do it.
Who exactly these people inside the church?
Truth is, I don't really know. None of us do. I don't even know how many there are. All we've seen are glimpses.
You haven't seen them and you want the police involved?
Well, there's also the machinery.
This machinery is of the deeply mystical variety.
How are you liking this game? Haven't really been following on it. It's a game with a lot of text and reading. There is some very cool parts about the game, like the RPG elements with the roles, and just generally having to figure out a lot of the things yourself. The game doesn't give you too many hints how to deal with them. But there's also a lot of political talk and historical talk that is a little bit too much for me. that sometimes you have to go through, that I don't enjoy, but a very rich game overall. Very rich, even a little bit too rich for my taste.
When I first scouted the place, back in February, it was abandoned, empty. Took some time getting the crew together. So about 2 weeks ago, we came here hoping to set the stuff up. Suddenly, there are all these strange machines lying around in there.
One of them has wires running into bowls of water. Wires into water. Never seen anything like it.
Wires into water. Huh.
Andre, tell him about the feeling.
Oh, and it felt like there was something in there with us, watching us from the dark.
No, the other one.
Which other one? I'm not as in tune with my emotions as you are, Egg.
Felt like silence. Awful silence.
But you haven't physically seen one? Anyone?
Not exactly. We've just seen someone who we think is a woman go in and out of the church. A couple of times. And we felt someone or something eyeing us inside. But that's kinda it.
What was that about a thing watching you? Can you tell me more about this machinery? So how can you be so sure they're burnouts and dopeheads if you haven't seen them? Let's ask about this mysterious thing.
Like you aren't alone, you know?
It wasn't quite human, if you know what I mean.
Not human, as in a ghost. Do you know what he means?
It was this dark shape climbing upside down along the ceiling, like some kind of crab man. Yeah, you know, the way it was climbing up and around the ceiling, like a crab.
Like Spider-Man.
It was stalking a cell, exhibiting ambush behavior.
Odd. Crabs are usually marine creatures, and not known for climbing walls.
Are you sure there was a crab man?
Yeah, totally. I mean, I didn't personally see it. Estelle was alone that time, but I believe her. If she comes out running and says there's a crab in there, there's a crab in there.
You should ask her about it, but be nice. Don't tell her you don't believe in the crab.
There probably is no crab man. Don't let them draw you in with this nonsense.
It's obviously something they saw differently because they were afraid. But what did they see? Like, we haven't seen anything unnatural so far in this game. It's just a normal world, so... Can you tell me more about this machinery?
You should talk to Noid about that. I just got a distinct burnout and dopehead sign from them. Probably jacked up to some snuff station too. Probably, very likely.
So how can you be so sure about the dopeheads there?
Well, honestly, I can't. But I am.
I am the crab man. Oh boy.
This is a below feeble attempt at avoidance. Basically, he is attempting to weaponize idiocy.
Wow. You can't, but you do. I should add weaponized idiocy to my own repertoire. I don't see a single thing wrong with this argument. Well, I definitely cannot answer him that I don't see anything wrong with his argument, because he said, well, honestly I can't, but I am. I guess this is a little bit of a harsh answer, but fuck it.
Hey now, I'm 70% sure they're substance abusers.
You said 91st and now you're dropping to 70. This is not going well on your alibi, my good sir.
Don't let all that technology fool you. Where do you think the drugs come from? Sure. What?
You mentioned some kind... Ecclesiastes own the church? Who are these? Ecclesiastes.
Oh yeah, that's a meteor and name for the founding party. Thought it'd be cool to use it.
If you don't know what the founding party is, there might be a way to mask it with minor demagoguery.
What is demagoguery, man? What are these terms? This is one thing I don't like about the game, man. It's way too intellectual for me, man. Before we go, what do you mean by meteoran?
You know, of Meteo. Concerning Meteo.
You mean Matei?
Meteo, a country.
Oh.
On Muindi. On the Muindi Isla.
Alerts don't work here, Ruiner. Bro, fuck. When I read disco, I was thinking you're dancing or something. No, I'm... I don't do dancing, man. I'm introverted. What do you mean, Scam Ruiner Joker? They never worked on this game and you're not the first time here. Yeah, Disco Elysium is a game. You're playing a policeman and conducting investigation about different stuff. It has a lot of text and way too intellectual stuff in it. Nah, I'm not gonna start dancing.
One of the poorest of the first world nations today, but once a great ancient civilization. Capital Tilakos by percentage.
Like, what is this? Capital Tiawakos? Like, how is this important for me to remember, man? Anyway. What is the founding party?
Come to think of it, I've never really looked them up, you know. I can't give you a precise definition, but they're a very powerful religious organization.
And
they have roots in ancient mass society. And they're the custodians of the Pericarnassian church. Plus, they anoint the innocents. They, like, made the innocentic system, no?
what do you mean anoint? What does anointing the innocents mean? What is an innocentic system? I have no idea about these words, man. It doesn't sound like they would appreciate a dance club in their church. They sound like exactly the kind of who would want loud anodic music in their church. Yeah, I don't know if religious people would want any music in their church, so...
You're totally wrong about that.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
The Pericarnassian church is about love. And Nordic music is about love. I got love for my Pericarnassian posse. Love is the relay out of death. We're done.
Okay, dude.
Love is hardcore.
Unity. Unity.
Make some noise for my Insulindian posse.
You feel it. The anodes and the cathodes coursing through you. Your big toe starts tapping along to the base, as if testing the waters.
No words, enjoy the bait? I don't quite understand what you're talking about. What's a pulse? I mean, Ruzash already explained me about what is a pulse. I guess love can be pretty hardcore. I now understand it was lame of me to suggest otherwise. Anodic music is about love and is... and so is the Pericarnassian church. No, this is too much. No sin organization would want this level of absurdity in their church. I'm gonna have to say no on this one.
That's pretty downbeat. I think I speak for all of us when I say we expected the law to be more open to the idea of love, unity, and the Pericarnassian posse.
That's just the way it is. I don't understand a single thing you're saying. I'm sorry the law doesn't share your vision. I'm gonna say I don't understand.
Yeah, I know you don't. So, you got more questions?
Yes.
The one with the large head is still looking at you, nodding his head, waiting for your body to start moving. His expectation is fierce.
I wanted to ask about this tent full of equipment.
Yes. What?
I see you brought your own water.
Yeah, good to have, bitch to carry. When I first scouted the place, I did some reconnaissance. I'm not sure the church even is running water.
And it's distilled too.
Oh. It's the one they sell at the fuel station.
It's like he's lying to you, my liege. But he's slippery enough that there's nothing for you to grab hold of.
What, is it bad to buy distilled water? What is distilled water? Is that like a code name for alcohol or something? We cannot catch him on that.
He nods enthusiastically, no doubt a little relieved.
So, why would they use distilled water here for? I can go for a godly logic row. Maybe everything isn't quite as you've been told. Take a moment to analyze. And I lost a water chance because I was convinced that I'm a smart cop and narcomania is a plague. Damn. So they're playing me as a... So I was playing too much with trying to vibe with these people on respecting their intellectual prowess, but it seems that that has only masked my eyes from peering easily into the truth. Well, I'm gonna use my maximum logic of 11 here and try to check out if something is suspicious here.
Well,
we failed.
First of all, you're a smart cop, and a smart cop like you would understand if something wasn't quite right. So this should be easy.
And then there's the narcomania.
Indeed. So one of them came upon the abandoned church. They want to turn it into a club for dance music, but agents of narcomania have overrun it. You shudder to think of all the narco they must have already consumed in there. Narco is bad. Plus, and it has to be considered, you can't invent the future of dance music in this smelly old tent. Imagine if you had the church. That settles it. Analysis complete. Their story checks out.
What do you mean put skill points into logic?
Oh, you should have the key. We had to padlock the door to the church to keep more vagrants from wandering in. Lloyd, give the officer the key.
I wasn't planning to take the key, but sure.
Alright.
The speed freak dips into his belt pack and produces a yellow key. He then makes a sudden cool infused move, tossing it in your general direction. Reaction speed. Be the cool cop, catch the key as it flies towards you. Let it fall to the ground and pick it up like a normal adult person. I'm gonna let it fall. I'm not gonna roll for this.
Noid watches you pick up the key with a smirk.
As always, we'll be right here, waiting patiently for the news.
Wow, so someone's been a little boring.
No, I'm out. Get out of here. How am I supposed to put more things into logic? I'm already maxed out. Do I need to put a special logic quote? Let's see, do we have a quote with logic? -1 logic. To try that check again, alright. Korozhev jacket. Instead of the... Yeah, let's try this. We're putting 1 logic jacket.
A young man would...
No, I don't want to take to this young man. Oh well.
As though you're supposed to be sharing some tremendous evangelical secrets.
Hardcore!
Say nothing.
Hardcore!
Say nothing.
Hardcore to the mega!
Say nothing.
Internally coherent.
Say nothing.
All-core! All-right!
Say nothing.
Yeah!
He furrows his brow as his very large head traces the sublime invisible movement of the music in the very real air of the stuffy tent.
Hardcore! Ah!
No, but seriously, I'm a little worried it isn't.
The question is, what is the question?
Well, so now you're turning philosophical all of a sudden? That would have been good if I had asked you a question, but I didn't. Now it's just idiotic.
But there was a question?
Could there have been a right way out of this garden of forking paths, you think?
Solve the egghead puzzle. What the fuck? I'm not wasting my time on this Joker, man. Try to find your ways into this maze of things to say. Nope.
Hi again. So, how things going?
But I added one logic. It's now 12, right? What do you mean?
As always,
Yeah, I was at 11, now I was 12. Can I add more? Let's see. Drama. Q logic. Here. Hat. We're now at 14 logic. Can I redo this?
Hi again. So,
Still
how's things
locked.
going?
Maybe I can do it tomorrow or something, I don't know. Damn. Alright, let's
The young man.
This is hardcore.
no. I didn't wanna be in this conversation again, man.
Internally coherent.
He furrows.
The question is, what is... But there was a...
Third guy.
So you had a talk with Andre, and now you want to discuss things with Noid. Good.
Skin shows through the holes in the Speed Freak's two large sweater. In front of him, an open toolbox full of carpentry tools and parts.
It's good you talked to Andre first. Gave me time to get a reading on your sign. Can't really talk to people before you get a reading.
He runs his hand through his hair, which is come back in mock seriousness and continues to fiddle with some gears. Okay. Sign.
Yeah, gotta compare. See if we can align.
Interesting.
I suck at socialising, man. Even now, our sign synchronisation is way off. I'll see what I can do.
I saw a sticker on the padlock. Can you tell me anything about it?
A sticker? You mean the yellow one? Can you describe it to me?
Interesting. He wants you to describe it, though he already knows what it looks like.
True. Why describe it if you already know what it means?
So I can hear you do it. Sometimes the outside gaze helps us reflect on things.
Noid, don't bother our guests with your games.
Piss off, Andre. Me and Mr. Cop are trying to discuss art.
You shouldn't talk like that.
Yeah, you should be more respectful. I don't mind a little foul language here. I mean, what an righteous thing he did, say. Mr. Cop only? Be more respectful.
Right, noted. Sorry. Anyway, what was it like?
I'm not telling. Let me ask you something else. Fine.
Good, good. What did you want to know?
Was I right? Is the dead guy smiling? What makes the sticker so modern? I think we've exhausted the subject. Yeah, why is the... Is that dead guy smiling?
Yes, you're the 23rd person to get it right. And I've asked 23 people. Looks like it's a dead guy smiling to the entire human race.
Okay. What does it mean?
He defeated history. We are living in the age of history. And in the eyes of history, we are always already dead. How can we ever smile then? Because history is a lie, and so are its deaths. The present moment and life are the hardcore. The hardcore expels death. Or maybe he's not dead. Maybe he's just really ecstatic about the beats.
Okay, dude.
I guess one could write an entire treatise on the thing. But what for?
Tell me about the machines you saw in the church.
Weird stuff. Specialised. There was a data processor and some sort of long-wave machinery. Wires going into water. Gives off a spy sign. Or some fucked up Samaran science sign. You know, the kind that goes head first into the supernatural.
The People's Republic of Samara is a product of Revachel's sister revolution on the Grand Isola. It's known as a severely degenerated rogue state.
What's wrong with the supernatural? The supernatural? So you think it's real? That it actually exists?
Most of it doesn't exist. But there's also stuff that isn't allowed to exist. Because the moralists think it's too dangerous for the plebs. Psionic powers, pale-related diseases, Pretenders pretending to be human, folk rights, that kind of stuff.
Okay. Why the code Noid?
The hardcore aesthetic is esoteric. It's not meant to be discussed with the law at this moment.
It's not easy to reach a harmonic resonance of signs without some adjustment.
I don't understand what that means.
I can see that. Further sign matching would do good for us. One way to achieve sign synchronicity would be by getting us into the church.
I actually don't really wanna sync signs with Noid. I'm good. These people are a little bit too much jokers for me. Besides maybe Andre. He's a medium joker. Alright, let's go back and ask the girl about what she saw. Crabman.
The shaggy haired girl.
So you talked to my associates, right? Are you gonna help us? With the church, I mean.
I'm gonna ask questions first.
Shoot.
The others told me you went inside the church. What did you see in there?
Oh, that. You're not gonna believe me. There's no point in me telling you.
She's less prone to blurt it out, Crabman, than the others.
We'll see. Go ahead and tell me.
Okay. I went in and I saw a woman next to one of those machines there. Noid calls it a mainframe. She was dressed like someone who's been raised by their grandmother, you know, strange old clothes. Had this absent expression, didn't say anything, just stood still.
Go on.
And then, you know, right behind her, a man crawled down the wall. Upside down like a crab, down the church wall. I think the woman didn't even know he was there. He was completely silent. He stopped right before he got to the floor, then just hung there like that, looking at me. Right at me. I fucking turned around and walked out. End of story.
Someone is drilling. I don't know if you can hear.
Like a crab, you say?
What did this crab man look like?
It was too dark. I couldn't tell exactly.
Come on. She obviously could. She already went into detail.
Come on, quit stalling on me. What did he look like?
He looked like a banger, okay? He was all muscular and stuff. Had a mesh tank top. I know it sounds ridiculous, but that only made it scarier in a way.
Banger. I don't know what that means, but I guess some type of a bodybuilder guy or something.
A crab and a banger?
Yes, a banger. As in a mess gang member. I know what it sounds like, but that's what I saw.
A gangster crabman. You were wrong, I do believe you.
Why?
Seems too ludicrous for a lie. Oh, maybe that's not what I wanted to answer. I don't believe her specifically that she saw a banger crabman, but I do believe she saw something. What would you stand to gain?
Nothing. Anyway, what else?
I'd like to know more about your associates.
My associates? I haven't got much to say about them.
You must know something about them.
Of course I do. I just don't tell people about my friends and who they are and so on.
To the cops.
What about you? Tell me something about yourself.
Me? I'm a silver bird.
I don't know what that is.
Don't know what makes you think it'll be any different later, but...
Asele, new task, make Asele to talk about her associates. And I have a legendary empathy roll. The tape recorder, no, I don't want that. I mean, I don't know why I need to talk to her about her friends, but I guess I could do that. Let's try to enter the church. I have a key, but the lieutenant said there might be a way from the east, right? But I don't see it. Maybe I need perception for that. Let me check the other side as well. Yeah. Alright, let's try enter the church. They gave us a key. The kids. I'll just go from the front.
Heavy wooden doors, more than twice your height, stand shut in front of. The lock turns easily. You hear a click as the shackle pops open.
Let's go.
As you do, you hear the echo of the doomed commercial area. Its black halls and dusty machines. Then the feeling passes.
What?
A great whoosh of air rushes into the dark innards of the church, as though rushing to fill a great vacuum in the heart of the city.
Oh shit. This looks pretty cool. Actually. Hameno. Strange stillness fills you as you walk ahead. You should walk here, not run. As a respect towards the potential unknown righteous one. Added figure that was not part of the church. Fork lightning powder you saw outside. Bark beetles. It looks intentional, some long forgotten style. Recent complex equations on the board. 2 decks of reel-to-reel tapes. They're already making it into a club. Portable Harmon WoW sheet tape recorder. Is it possible it's recording something?
A machine stands in the corner, watched over by the figures on the stained glass window. It's turned on and quivering with soft electricity.
Another radio computer. And this time it's already turned on.
He seems cautious.
These machines sometimes harbor traps, he thinks. Alarm systems and the like. Let's be careful.
We should leave. I doubt this place bears any connection to the case.
Yes, but this machine looks like the one in the Doom commercial area. Wait, let me just investigate. Stay behind the computer. Let me just investigate. I actually don't really want to do anything with these machines in general, from the previous area as well. But just in case, I'm gonna check out.
You see fluorescent play and print buttons on the keyboard. A hatch connected to the central compartment is wide open. The lieutenant says nothing. You see the machine's glowing frame reflected back from his diamond-shaped glasses. You're free to proceed.
Press play.
The speaker comes to life. Static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. An old lady greets you. Her voice sounds 100 years old.
Good afternoon. First case accident on Sandbrune. This is the East Insulindian Rapid Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the personal log?
We already met this lady in a voice on the previous machine.
It's the same old woman you spoke with through the radio computer in the doomed commercial area.
Thanks, but I'm finished. I really don't want to deal with this computer mystery, honestly.
Goodbye.
The machine's keyboard is still
Look inside.
Behind the hatch sits a cube-like crisscross of filaments, smoldering in the dark like fireflies. Silver tape on the side says, in black marker, log, February to March. Another filament memory. Press play to talk with the repeater.
Press print?
Nothing happens.
Okay, let's leave it. What about this hole? Someone's siphoning electrical current from the outside into the antenna.
in white, silver, and apricot faience, the young mother of humanism stands above you. A crack runs across her body. She is impossibly tall, oval-faced and sad, a dark and radiant majesty. This is her innocence, Dolores Day.
No idea who that is.
Cradled in her arms are a pair of glowing lungs, clearly visible from underneath her flowing dress. You should kneel.
No.
Cold wind seeps in from the crack in the glass. Snowdrifts cover the floorboards at your feet. Above, you feel her multicolored eyes on you, inspecting you, as if under a microscope.
No.
As that bitter thought passes through your head, the lieutenant draws an X-shaped cross from shoulder to shoulder with 3 fingers.
The lieutenant draws a X-shaped cross. Oh, so he is religious. I'm not doing the cross.
Good call. She left us all in the shits. Don't give her a single thing. Just stand there in the apricot-colored light of the window, secretly grinding your teeth. The woman smiles her distant smile, unmoved, struck in half by the crack in the glass.
How did I know this is the mother of humanism?
Despite the damage you've done to yourself, the title appears lodged in your hippocampus. This is her innocence, Dolores Day. The innocence of humanism, internationalism, and the welfare state. Perhaps the most famous human being ever to have lived. No amount of Commodore Red can wipe her sad smile from your brain thing. It has survived the deluge and haunts you still, and will haunt you forever, as it haunts all men.
What exactly is an innocence? Okay, when did she rule? What else do I know about her? I want more. Was there something terrifying about her?
Terrifying is a term too emotionally charged for your semantic memory, or what remains of it. Terrifying. It's a simple word. She was bad for humanity, and you shouldn't have started thinking about her.
Was there something bad about her?
You already do. Although she's often considered to be the greatest human being to ever live, there was something ominous about Dolores Day, constantly surrounded by her terriers.
I don't know what terriers is. Like dogs or terrier?
She was the most socially secluded and least self-aware of all the innocences. Some modern thinkers would consider her a war criminal for the campaigns she waged against the Mesk state. And then there were the resettlement programs.
Again with the historical information.
The Mesk state tried to detach itself from innocentic rule. Parts of the world were experiencing whiplash from accelerated into secularism. Her mandatory education programs and mass resettlement of upstream Marguerite were problematic as well. Dissenters were suppressed by a military force she called the Army of Humanity, suggesting those who fight against it are not part of humanity. She adored chess, yes, but also military war games. Dolores Day often holds a tiny tin soldier between her index finger and thumb in icons such as this. She was also blonde, the blondest woman you have ever seen, with green eyes the color of the Basantic, mare interregnum. Little is known of her Marchese husband. It's as if he vanished from history after completing his role, which was to introduce Dolores Day to court. In conclusion, yes, there is something lonely, paranoid, and even terrifying that people seldom mention, but feel when they think of her.
No, grazie Rosasha, man.
This subtle terror is part of her iconography.
Lieutenant Yefrater, you've stood there for over 5 minutes. What are you thinking of, if I may ask?
She's somehow connected to the case. Glowing wings, that's fucked up. Nothing, just walking around. She's beautiful, she's not human. Yeah, war criminal. Nothing, just walking around.
Okay. It's just that you've been looking at that window for quite long now. And it's cold in here. This church, the coast in general, We shouldn't linger here. This isn't a good place to get lost in.
Reconstruct the cracked glass.
A jigsaw of broken shards falls into place in front of you. A ghostly reconstruction of the stained glass window. Before it was shattered, there was an older woman beneath the younger one. And a text. A light motif below them both.
What shattered this mosaic?
Unknown.
Who is the older woman?
The escutcheon on her throne says, Irene the Navigator. She is depicted as an older woman wearing thick-rimmed eyeglasses, holding a golden Reichsapfel in one hand and a scepter in the other. This is the queen her innocence day advised. Above, she herself is whole.
Reichsapfel. What the fuck is that? Is it like glass or something?
Small figures of wise men, common men. Worshippers walk up the stairs to stand at her feet. Secret servicemen, 30 years, stand in a row guarding her. It must have taken years to produce this work in all its dizzying detail.
The motto, what does it say?
Below both women, in luminous black letters, après la vie, mort. Après la mort, la vie de nouveau. And then, along the left side, après le monde, la gré. Après le gré, le monde de nouveau. After life, death. After death, life again. After the world, the pale. After the pale, the world again. This is the great leitmotif of humanism, a summary of the effect of the discovery of this Isola, the Insulindian, on human thinking. A tremendous sea change akin to finding life after death.
Yo, Lieutenant.
Death, life again. After the world, this exaltation is common in Dolorian sacralism. In the early years, it was even incorporated as the RCM slogan. No more, however.
Why?
It was deemed subservient to use a strongly moral intern-related motto. We already suspected of bootlicking. The sentence was also seen as too feminine. It was a macho thing. Justice, union, prudence, and force.
Not very feminine. I like the other one better. I like this. Puts the fear of God back into the... Okay, dude. Cool.
Eyes cool.
The mother of humanism towers above you. A wax painting on a cracked pane of glass.
The old woman in the village was right. This must be the Dolorian Church of Humanity in Martinez, or the small Pinewood Church in some records. It's a minor landmark, not easy to find. Most maps misplace it. It was built not long after Ravachol's founding, 300 or so years ago, by first-generation settlers.
On the coast of an uninhabited archipelago where only animals had roamed before, in the wild reeds.
Okay, doc.
Okie dodo.
A touch of absurdity there. Nice.
See what else is in this church. Any crabman? Bowl filled with water. A live wire runs directly into it.
The silence in this part of the church, it's almost palpable. All the shifting matter and shuffling of living things is gone. Nothing seems to exist beyond the church anymore.
What if we were the crabmen all along? Then, I don't know. We haven't done anything as the crabmen either, so.
Maybe if you were to stand in just the right spot, even your footsteps would be completely silent.
I still hear something.
And then it's gone. Almost all of it. But for the faintest of hums. It seems the sound here is detached from its source somehow. If not blotted out, outright. Truly unusual.
I don't know what that means exactly, but...
You can hardly hear your own breathing.
Yell as loud as you can, stomp your feet and clap your hands.
You produce a few muffled thumps, after which the silence feels even more total, somehow.
Yeah, something paranormal is happening here for some reason.
Your voice is barely audible. Not a howl, but the softest of whimpers.
What's happening, Kim?
The lieutenant points to his ears and shakes his head. Then he leans closer.
Maybe there is some ultrasonic sound that is happening here that is making everything else not sound. Like a low pitch or something?
Can you hear anything?
Almost nothing. And it's beginning to worry me. Not really, but it's extraordinary. I've never experienced anything like this. Can't hear shit. It's worrying me.
The church just has strange acoustics, some engineering trick.
Maybe the church was designed this way to prevent boisterous activity, singing and dancing on its premises.
Maybe they wanted to discourage singing and dancing. Hey, what if it's something paranatural? It's probably nothing just our imagination. Whatever it is definitely real. Something odd is happening around us. It's probably just our imagination.
Maybe. Darkness often has that effect on people.
He doesn't seem entirely convinced, though.
Walk up into the bell tower.
The orderly rows of ceiling panels become barely visible, then disappear completely in the darkness of the tower overhead.
What if I don't want to know what's up there? Try to see beyond the shadows. Challenging perception roll. It cannot be retried. Let's go for it. We saw it. Are we gonna see the crab man? Or are we going to see reality?
It's like there's something moving up there. A shadow has emerged from the tower and it's making its way toward you through all the other shadows.
I don't see anything, but that's not good. On the ceiling, follow the shadow's movement. On the ceiling?
Yes, the darkness makes the ceiling feel infinitely far away.
Follow the shadow's movements.
It's not a shadow anymore, becoming more substantial as it gets closer. The shape of an animal descends.
Officer, is there something up there?
He's attempting to see whatever it is that you're seeing.
Oh no, you've lost sight of it. Where did it go?
Blink!
You see something hanging from the rafters, looking straight at you.
There he is!
Dark eyes. Maybe it's possible to talk to it.
Not the fuck? Hello!
The shadow is a man. A man made of the same stuff as the carpentry of the building. He is studying you intently.
Tiago? Made of wood? Hey, who's there? This is the police. Show yourself. Hey, who's there?
The man leaned forward a little, fixing you with a steady, unreadable gaze, then speaks.
Habitual alcohol use has made you into a scared little pussy, Holmes. But don't worry, everything's gonna be alright. You come to the right place.
This guy's talking about the Augur as well.
That accent is Villalobos, a peninsula in Mesk and a district in general. There's a sizable contingent of Villalobos-speaking Mesks in Rivershaw.
What are you doing here?
I'm here to receive the mother's love. You can too, Holmes. And when you're ready, she will take your hand and lift you out of that despair at the bottom of that bottle.
This man is obviously a habitual narcotics user. Do we really need to question him?
How did you figure that out? Maybe he's just very dedicated to this religion of this mother or something.
I'm put off by this religious stuff, he thinks. And maybe the ceiling climbing, too. It's all very hard to square with the lieutenant's own view of reality.
Nah, he's not a crap. But he's the man they were talking about, for sure.
Hey, And what was that about, the bottle again? You haven't even drank that much lately. Lay off it already. Shish.
I'm a policeman. I need to talk to you about police things. I don't know anything about alcohol use. Yeah, I guess I have been a bit of a problem and it's been getting out of hand lately, but I mean, I'm gonna be honest with myself. I did have an alcohol problem.
Está crudo, way. I see deep inside you. Your body and your spirit are suffering greatly from overindulgence. And you don't even know it.
Great. More patronizing. So original. Oh, I'm very in touch with my suffering. How do you know what I'm feeling? I'm actually here on behalf of some young man working on to establish a nightclub. How do you know what I'm feeling?
I was like you once. Just dragging my feet to the next bar. Shit was dark, Holmes.
You know, actually, since we're here, you may want to pay attention to what the ceiling climber is saying.
For some reason, I feel like you have a point there. Adjust your tie. Who do you think you are? Some crazy guy under the roof? What is this shit? You know, alcohol is central to my identity. If I wouldn't drink, I just wouldn't be me. This is stupid. I don't even know what this is. That's all well and good, but we need to talk about the unlicensed occupation of ecclesiastic property. Yeah, we do actually need to talk about this. The fifth one.
The only thing we need to talk about is how the mother can really help you, Holmes. This is the Church of the Mother of Silence. You are welcome here.
You have no idea what the fuck he's talking about. Is he just trying to throw you off your game? 'Tis not an act, my liege. Save him perchance, he hath deceived his very self. This man is a zealot.
That's what I think as well. Overzealous. A righteous man, but maybe not so righteous. You must be the crab man. Some ravers want to turn this place into a nightclub. Do you know where the other spooker is? Point at the strange machine around you. You must be the crab man.
Never known myself to be a crab. But if that's the name you got for me, I won't stop you from using it.
To be fair, it's more like a spider. If you're not a crab, then what are you? Sorry, you just weren't moving like a human. Hey, it's your neighbors who came up with this name, not me.
I always thought of myself more like a flame, flickering along the rafters and beams. It may be that I gotta work on my technique.
That's not the only technique he's working on. Look at those carved sculptures. And is that a satchel of tools over there?
Did you also carve all those sculptures? Point at the nearest pillar.
Sure am. Whittling wood used to be something I just did to busy my hands.
A protos.
Now I use those same hands in service of something greater than my own restlessness.
All right, let's consider the context and meaning here.
I see what you've done there. It's as if these figures are trying to become one with the church, or perhaps with the mother itself. Rub your chin. You've got some nice curves going there. Squint your eyes. These seem a tad derivative. You're promoting the objectification of women with your reactionary depiction of female bodies. Honestly, I don't get it. All these figures look half finished.
It's all just for the mother, man. No need to overthink it.
What were you before you became a crabman and a woodcarver?
I was in a gang way, but my memories of that time are fading. Most of them are already gone.
So many people losing their memory. A certain portent of doom. I lost my memory too, and it haunts me. I lost my memory too, but I like it. It's like I get to create a whole new me, start a game from scratch. So you need to be in a gang. So you used to be in a gang, but you don't really remember it? Sounds convenient.
Convenience has got nothing to do with what goes on up there.
There's a profound longing in that gaze, like he wants to be one with whatever is up there, shrouded in darkness.
Sounds like a Joker from the Void to me, Ruiner. Very suspicious.
Do you remember your name, sir?
The lieutenant is not particularly interested in this information. He's just trying to assert some control over the conversation.
Tiago's my name, but those syllables don't mean much to me these days. A name isn't just your identity, but also, so to speak, your place amongst your fellas, your place in the world. I ain't got no use for such a place anymore.
My name is Harry. Extend your hand for a greeting. My name is Harrier Dubois. And my place in the world is a Lieutenant W. Freighter. I don't do names either. Names are out. I don't care what mine is. My name is Harrier Dubois.
That's just the thing, Holmes. None of that matters.
What are you doing here?
This is a special place. There's a perforation in the world up there. A way out into nothingness. This church was built around it for purposes of veneration. I circled it, nurtured by the silence bestowed by the mother. One of these days, I'll be pure enough to go drink from it directly.
This mother of silence, you mean? What will happen once you drink from this perforation? I still don't understand. What are you doing in this church?
I'm a seraph, Holmes. I sing the mother's glory.
I don't know what a seraph is, but I guess a singer of the mother's glory. Can you sing for me? Sing for me something. It doesn't really make sense for you to sing if she is the mother of silence. Singing is good, we should all sing a bit. Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
I don't mean literal singing, Holmes. This is the mother of silence we're talking about. It's the singing of a burning heart. You may be thinking, but fire crackles. No, Holmes. That's the material that's burning. The flames themselves are without sound.
What will happen once you drink from this perforation?
I will be incinerated, but not destroyed. Finally, at one with the state of the world before reality began.
A righteous suicide.
That sounds a bit like substitution behavior, no? You know a thing or two about that.
I don't know what substitution is. You sure you didn't just switch one drug for another?
It's not like that at all, man. It's just faith and joyful service.
Too gleeful, those words. He is lying. Not to you. To his very own self.
Faith is kind of a drug. I guess you have a point. Let's agree to disagree. I was being insensitive. Sorry, let's move on. Let's agree to disagree.
I know it will take time. Don't sweat it.
Point to that window, mother of silence, sure.
Don't sweat it. No, no, no. There's a new god in town. And she can be painted or sculpted. Because she has no limb or even a face. She is the end.
She's talking about the void?
She is a cavity in the dark, beyond sense. She saved me. But I couldn't describe her to you. No one can, Holmes. And no one ever will.
How did you find this place?
Hard to say. I think I did some construction work here. Back when I still had material worries. Up there, I realized what the true purpose of the church was. Been spending a lot of time here ever since. The past is nothing to me now, way. It didn't belong to me.
The sinewy figure lingers on the wooden beams, blending into the shadows.
Do you know why the church has been abandoned?
Police raid a while back.
Did you witness it?
Not really. Or at least I don't remember much of it anymore. The mother's love has done its job. That's what's so great about the mother. It lets you forget about everything.
It looks like he truly doesn't remember. There's a vagueness to his sense of time.
Some ravers want to turn this into a nightclub.
The ones in the tent outside? Right? I see them. Guessing they're the ones who call me a crab. Probably scared of me.
Do they have reason to be scared? So what do you think about the nightclub? I trust you won't get in the way of some enterprising youth. Their business looks promising. Turning a church into a nightclub, I have to say it's a great idea. Do they have a reason to be scared?
Nah, man. They look pretty funny. And I don't harm no one anymore. Anyway.
Anymore? What do you think about this nightclub?
Why not? They wouldn't bother me none. I'm usually way up there, imbibing. Ain't no music on earth that can reach where I go. Might even be nice to have some company.
Do you know where the other spooker is?
Other spooker? Oh, esa viejita es muy estudiosa. Don't know, Holmes.
Viejita is grandma?
So there is another person living in the church, and it's a viejita?
No. I just call her viejita because of her clothes. She's actually quite young. Or maybe not that young. Age is just one of the many masks we wear.
And you don't know where she is?
That's what I said, Holmes.
How can you not know that when you both live here?
Don't really follow her comings and goings. Just see her typing on her computer now and then. We got different interests.
So you have nothing else to tell me. How she works, what she does, who is she?
I'm afraid not, S.A. You just have to wait until she comes back, or...
Okay. I mean, I have no reason to put this Joker down at the moment, I guess. But he is very suspicious. Very suspicious. Talking about void religion. Empathy. Red Broge. Was that exact? Shoes. I'll keep my perception shoes. Pain threshold, scarf. Obscuring the view. Deer on the window. Is there any other place to go here? Let's put a flashlight real quick. Doesn't seem like it. Well, we found out about the man here. Nothing about the woman. And there is no way we could prove he is using any narcotics. So I don't know what to do with this guy at the moment. Walking to the spookers in the church. Alright. Well, we're gonna leave it like that for now. Let's leave the church. Get back to the kids to relay the information, I guess. Gonna start with the girl first.
Hello again.
No answer here. Maybe I need to find a woman as well. Maybe during the night.
Hi again. So, how are things going?
About the church, I checked it out.
And? What happened?
I talked to the crab man.
Oh man! Who is he? What did you think?
Seemed okay, to be honest, very spiritual. He gave me this old lecture about alcoholism before rambling on and on about mother's love. You are right, he's true narcomaniac, and the way he climbs it was terrifying. About a lecture.
Really? Huh. Interesting. What's he doing in the church?
Just preaching and playing from the looks of it. He clearly enjoys the physical activity. Guy climbs like a freak. There is something sinister going on under the building's roof. I think he's getting high or something. I mean, he didn't sound high. Specifically like narco, so... yeah, I guess he's just preaching and praying.
No matter. Is he gonna be a problem? Yeah, Noid is right. Let's get back to the point. What are we gonna do about him?
Of course he's a problem. He's a crabman. He keeps himself physically active, thinks spiritually throughout, and doesn't drink. Who am I to evict such a person? As far as I can tell, he's not going to leave. He'll climb around up there, and guys, you'll never catch him. Actually, he told me he wouldn't mind the nightclub at all.
I don't know, man. Doesn't it feel like a major hindrance to you? A spooky guy climbing around when all the guests are trying to have nice, friendly hyper time?
You're just going to have to live with the crabman. Don't worry, I don't think he really gives a damn about you or anyone else.
I guess it's not a massive problem, now that I think of it.
Everyone is welcome to dance till the morning light. Yeah!
Maybe. I guess we'll figure something out. Okay, but what about the other spooker? The one in Grandma's clothes? Did you see her?
No.
But she's in there somewhere. Has to be. Have you tried investigating the machines? Anyway, do let us know if you see her.
Okay. Maybe he is thinking about a grandma talking on the thingy. But that's like, whatever.
Hello again.
So, there was some travel option, but I don't know how to use it. Quick travel? I don't know how to use it though. Huh. Let me Google that real quick. How to quick travel in Disco Elysium. Once you've purchased the map from the bookstore, you can fast travel from 3 general areas by pressing M to open the map view and selecting the area you want to fast travel to. Eh? I'm on the map. Where are these 3 general areas? Doesn't seem like I can click anything. Just shows me information. Well, I guess we're gonna walk, man. I don't know. Need to return to the previous place. Check in with some stuff. Check in with some stuff, yeah. Tell the lady about her husband. Check with the authority thingy. Alright then. Do we have new dialogue options with this woman here? We did talk to her kids.
Aye, the sea's gonna calm down soon. I can feel it. The wind is turning southeast.
That's my motor carriage. She needs to go on a date now. That's my motor carriage.
Oh, that's good to know, I guess. Why is it in the sea?
I wasn't feeling it. It was an accident. I'm sorry I got drunk and apparently drove it in the sea. An official investigation has been launched by me to determine. I was drunk.
This calls for a funeral, if you ask me.
You're suggesting we honor the carcass of my former motor carriage? No, that's senseless sentimentality. Inanimate objects don't have souls. I'm actually in the middle of a murder investigation right now.
Police business. I understand. Anything I can help you with?
Looking for someone?
Oh? Well, how can I assist you then, officer?
Guess you cannot. Do I need a special map for this place as well? No. This is a Martinez Water from Fisherman Shack Church. Those are like the 3 key points I should be able to go through. But I cannot. Even though earlier in the game it said an unlocked fast travel. Oh well. That's what it is. Let's check the radio first.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Before we connect, let's bring up some croissant as well. You can take me to the public library.
Hold on, officer. I've got Central Denmark Public Library on the line, and I will ready introduce to the librarian. Captain according to 1.
Yes, this is Central Jamrock Public Library here. How can I help you, officer?
Billy Mejon.
Billy Majon, you said. Give me a moment, I'll have to check our database.
Is the guy that was dead on the bridge, yeah?
Yes, hello, are you still there? I found Billy Majon's home address, is that alright? No phone number, unfortunately.
They're too poor to have a phone line.
Sure.
Here we go, sir. Rue de Saint-Gislain, 33B, apartment number 20. It's in Martinez, I believe. Cape Side Apartments, it says. That's all.
33B. I think these are the apartments we're yet to unlock, because that's Cape Side, I think. I don't know what's Rue de Saint-Gislain. Do you have any other information?
It says here that they returned their last book just a few days ago, but I wasn't at work that day.
Do you know someone who has?
Marie? Marie? Do you remember a reader named Billy Majon? They returned a Tybalt book the other day. Yes, it was my colleague Marie. She said that it was Billy's husband who returned the book. He also asked for this new sci-fi release, Lowe's Radio City 87, but we don't have it yet.
Wait, husband? Oh, it was her card though, yeah?
Good. You have a name now.
How did they know?
Marie knows Billy. She's been working here longer than me. Sometimes her husband returns some books for her.
Do you know the husband name?
Sorry, no. Marie only knows him by sight.
Can Marie describe to me what the husband looked like?
Marie! She said it was an older man, and that she's pretty sure he'd had a drink or two the last time she saw him.
What was he wearing?
1 second. Sorry, Marie wasn't really paying any attention to that.
Thank you.
Happy we could help. Goodbye, officer.
Anything else you need from me?
Need to report a dead body.
One moment. Can you please describe the body? Age, sex, cause of death?
We suspect he might have been inebriated when he fell. There were bottles all around him, and traces of vomit on his shirt.
Any signs of violence?
It was an accident.
No field autopsy necessary. What about his belongings? Did you examine his clothes?
He was wearing boots, trousers, and a leather jacket. I found a library card.
Any information on the library card?
Belongs to Billy Majon.
Good. You have a lead. Do you and Lieutenant Kitsuragi want to take the case, or should I assign it to someone else?
We're taking it.
I have assigned the case to Lieutenant Kitsuragi. Please follow up on this library lead to identify the man. We'll send someone to take the body to the morgue.
Why not to me though?
That's all for now. Thank you for reporting in. Is there anything else I can do for you? 57.
In the cabin.
Okay. Go to Billy Mijon's apartment to deliver the bad news. The apartment building is in North Martinez. That's where exactly we need to go with authority. Potentially our next stop after we talk to the grandma. Oh, I have some new perception looks there as well. Damn. We found your husband.
Oh, hello, dear. There you are again.
I ran into your husband on the coast.
Goodness. How is he? Did he say why he hasn't returned yet?
He's fine, ma'am. As we had suspected, he couldn't get back earlier because the water lock on the canal was broken. Now he's just finishing up some work.
Oh, yes. That's my Morel. He's bound to catch a cold staying out there for so long.
That's what we told him as well.
But I am so relieved to hear that he's okay. Thank you for putting an old woman's heart at ease, if even a little.
No problem.
You haven't, however. There are dangers out there. Our aging body's found. Her heart won't rest until Morel is safely back with her.
Okay, dude.
Now maybe she'll open up about those fascinating cryptids. Take her mind off all this.
Maybe you could convince her to tell you about some cool cryptids. I kinda don't wanna do that at the moment though. Because I'm not really interested in the thingies. Though I do have a high chance for it. Guess we could keep it for later if I get stuck or something. Alright, let's check that perception thing we noticed. What's up with this?
You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that covers the plaza mosaic.
Why am I looking at this? What kind of vehicle drove through? Visual calculus. Why am I looking at this?
Cop habit. You look at everything. This isn't.
What kind of vehicle drove here?
Hard to say.
Visual calculus, engage.
The tire tracks were left here by an unknown event that took place some days ago. It's a message, written in the language of burnt rubber. Some of that rubber stuck to the tiles right in front of the whirling in rags. This is point A. The driver started there, and then accelerated straight into the fence, left a hole big enough for the Franco-Nigerian cavalry, according to the cafeteria manager.
What happened next?
The driver proceeded to back out of the yard, barely stopping before hitting the adjacent building, before heading south. Must have been in a hurry.
This is where it started off with my motor carriage before sinking into the sea. It is possible that that was me, eh?
No wonder the cafeteria manager seemed frustrated when he was giving us directions to the yard. Well, you did provide us with a very convenient access point to the crime scene.
It is what it is. I already checked those footsteps. Alright. Let us go see if we can enter those apartments now. This is a new thing I haven't seen before. Some gold. Damn there. This perception thing is quite useful. I should definitely enter more points into perception after. Using your intellect, but with your eyes. Oi, grandma! Are we gonna let us in now?
A sturdy metal. This could be a way into the apartment building the smoking man vanished into.
Ma'am, we're looking for Billy Majon's apartment. We have important news to deliver.
No reply. You can hear faint sweeping inside. A gust of wind blows through your clothes.
Convince her that you're a real policeman. Increased chance by Kim being here. Found your badge. Kim confirm your officers and Billy Majon. Should be able to get in now finally, yeah?
You're well versed in the kind of threatening legalese that implies criminal liability, but in fact has no meaning whatsoever.
Okay. Ma'am, your not compliance is hindering a police matter. I may be forced to refer to you for potential prosecution.
I know my rights, and don't you harm me, boy.
Miss, would it help if we offer to show you our badges?
Ah, it's like a carrot to the stick, sort of.
Hold your horses. I don't care about your stinking badge. Just come in.
Finally! And I got a key. Oh, we're making big progress here. Big progress, boys. What is this balcony there, though? Smoker on the balcony. Ask around for his apartment number. Okay. This is the other smoker, not this one. Alrighty then. Let's go in. There's the babushka. Hello.
Give me a moment.
An elderly woman is leaning on her broom, her knuckles white as bone. She seems to be having difficulty breathing.
The cold never does any good for my bronchitis.
Damn. First time the policeman that asked you to open the door. Are you sure you don't want to see my badge? Are you alright? Should I call a doctor? This won't take one, I only have a few questions. Do you need a doctor, ma'am?
I'm fine. Fine. Don't you worry about me.
Red spots.
Now, what do you want from me, policeman?
She's the cleaning lady. She knows the floor plan and the residence.
Who are you?
I'm no one. Just an old woman who cleans these hallways.
Do you live here?
If you can call it living. I have a little room upstairs right next to the coal room. It's barely bigger than a closet. But I don't complain, no. I have my bed and my aching bones to keep me company. And that's all I need from this world.
Harsh.
She hasn't spoken to anyone for a while. Even her sentences feel rusty.
I'm looking for a young male in his mid-20s, dark hair, skinny build, a smoker on the balcony.
Yes, yes. I know who you mean. The scrawny boy who's always smoking like the devil, right?
Yes.
Somewhere in the building, a child starts crying. You hear a radio tuned to a talk show and someone taking a shower.
What's he in trouble for?
No trouble, I just want to talk to him. Do you know where he lives?
Talk?
What was so funny about that?
He lives upstairs in room 28. Go to the balcony. It's one of those doors there. He's usually home in the evening.
Thank you. We should go check out his apartment on the balcony. See if he's home.
So we need to check 20 and 28. I'm looking for Billy Majon. Do you know where she lives?
It's about Victor, isn't it? It's always about Victor with her. You'll find the Majons in apartment 20 upstairs. It's one of those doors on the balcony.
Both of them are upstairs. Have a few questions about these apartments.
Ask away, policeman.
What can you tell me about Cindy?
The artiste? Nothing I can do about her, I'm afraid. She ruins the walls faster than I can clean them. Still, she leaves an old lady to her business. More than I can say for others.
Not bad, not bad. Thanks.
She mumbles some kind of a response, then hacks something into her handkerchief.
Okay, thank you. That's a nice old lady. Let me put my point into perception now, since we don't need authority anymore. Cool. And let's see here. Apartment 8. Door is locked. Postcard. Still not really sure what you need them for. What's that? More coin.
You hear someone walking around inside, rearranging the furniture. The number on the panel says 10.
I don't have any business with those other apartments at the moment. I guess. I could check them later if I don't manage to get information I'm looking for. Did someone hide money in their shoes and I'm gonna take it? Well, why would they hide their money in their shoe though? It is what it is.
That isn't just a 5-pointed star. It's an inverted white pentagram cradled in a wreath of antlers. The iconography of communism, in other words.
Look out, Kim, there are communists around here. Inspect the symbol closer. I mean, I don't care about the political stuff, so I'm gonna discard that. +1 logic, -1 authority glasses. Eh. Whatever. Some door here. Oh, to the balcony. I don't wanna be here yet. Damn, that's so much things we unlocked all of a sudden. So much to explore. Damn. Wow, the rumbling coming from apartment 12. Interesting. Well, we're here anyway, so let's check the balcony, I guess. Whatever. Someone is watching me from the curtains. Huh. Suspicious, very suspicious. That's probably the second floor.
A weathered brown door. The number reads 20.
There is number 20. Exactly what I was looking for. To tell them about the husband.
Something smells good. Soup allons, Leo. The lieutenant motions to you to go ahead and knock. This is the door. You already know it's the right door. This is going to be so hard.
Hold on, Kim. We should discuss this before we move on. What should we expect?
You're right. Let's do this through.
You hear light footsteps passing by the door and some folk music playing on the radio.
We have our first preliminary identification. In all likelihood, the deceased is the husband of Billy Méjean. We need to confirm this, as well as deliver the death notification to Billy herself. Now, delivering a death notification is never an easy task. There's a reason why it's often called the most stressful part of our job. This is why it's usually done in pairs. You got this. I'll be monitoring reactions, ready to act if necessary.
Do you have any advice on how to tell her he's dead? What if I don't want to do this? Kim, I don't want to do this. Let's turn around. Alright, I think I'm ready. Do you have any advice?
Dead? Just don't say that you know how they feel. You don't.
Alright, I'm ready.
The lieutenant motions towards the door.
Knock, knock.
Hello? Who is it?
And someone turns down the radio.
Look at the lieutenant first. Is this Billy Méjean's home? This is the police. Please open the door. Her husband died. We found her husband dead in the other zone. From a quick investigation, we figured out that he died by an accident. He slipped through the wooden boards, and when he fell, he knocked his head on the bench, metal bench, and he discombobulated himself, bleeding out and dying on the spot while he was drunk. That's what we figured out from this investigation. We also find a library card that we investigated through the radio, through the library, connecting us to his wife, the library card, and we are here finally to his wife to deliver the news. Ay, ay, ay. And to confirm that it is actually her dead husband.
The police? A moment, please give us a moment.
Tidying up, nervously.
Come in, the door is open.
Oh boy. I shouldn't inspect anything else, we just should go with it. It wouldn't be polite to just go wandering, expecting the home, delivering this bad news.
It's you from the book stand. Did you come to bring my cockatoo back?
Oh, this lady! Oh, we met this lady before. She was a little bit of a crazy lady, but it is what it is.
I don't think I introduced myself properly. I'm Billy. Would you like something to drink? Tea? Lemonade? We're out of coffee.
The lieutenant has taken off his foggy glasses and is busy cleaning them in his handkerchief for now. You're on your own here.
Very smooth, Lieutenant.
Condensation from stepping inside.
Thanks, but I'm alright. I'm not really here for the tea. It's not about the cockatoo. I'm not really here for the tea.
Is this about Victor, my husband? Is he in some kind of trouble again? I can come pick him up in the station if that's what.
Oh boy.
No, this is something much worse. Is he in the hospital? How bad is it?
Hello, we awesome. We're here delivering bad news to this woman that her husband died. Let's see how we're gonna do it.
How about some small talk before you break the news?
No. Oh, wait. Wait, what? So, how have you been? You live here with Victor, your husband, right? Empathy impossible role. Tell her about the dead body. Kim is here, increasing my chances. I discussed with Kim's and Lieutenant's handkerchief. Damn, I kinda just wanna instantly tell her. I don't wanna small talk. Like, why would you small talk about... Is that a D&D mechanic? Yeah. But, I'm not sure if the dice goes up to 20 like in a D&D. I'm not sure how exactly the dice works, but there is some dice involvement here. But I think it might be 20. Also, it is dependent on the RPG stats that I've put here in my profile as well. So, since this is empathy, my empathy is pretty low. See, it's 3. I invested all my stats into logic. Like, there's so many stats in this game that could potentially turn your game in different direction with different ways of speaking. It's only a one-time roll. But, I mean, I kind of want to risk it because that's what I want to do if I was a police officer in his situation. Like, I kind of didn't really like this woman from our initial talk. And I kind of don't want to really small talk around telling her that her husband is dead, you know? So I'm just gonna try to be direct, see what happens.
I don't want to.
Failed. But we have to.
I don't want to do this.
This is my brain talking to me. Turn to Kim, I don't want to do this. Turn to Kim, it seems like there is a part of me that is refusing to do this. Slap your cheek. Stupid, stupid. Just say it. But why would I say any of those things in front of the woman, man? I guess slap my chick, man.
Say what?
Officer.
Too late. You ruined it. Just say it now.
Alright. It's not gonna be as perfect, but your husband's dead.
Excuse me? What?
Uh-oh.
What did you say?
I lost HP from that? Woo! I'm almost gonna die. I guess that wasn't very smooth. Ay, ay, ay.
She's in pain. She's in so much pain. And so are you.
Well,
your chest is...
It's normal that she's gonna be in pain, man. And this is a roll I failed. I needed to roll 16, I rolled a 9. So I took damage. No, she didn't slap us. I just felt emotional pain or something. I don't know. That's just like a thing that happened in the game. No, it wasn't from the slapping. My chest is burning, that's why it says.
We are very sorry to inform you, but your husband, Victor Méjean, was found dead this morning on the Martinez boardwalk.
Oh. Oh. But he was just...
I understand that this comes as a huge shock. I want you to know that me and my partner are here for you if you have any questions. We are very sorry for your loss, man.
Yeah, it was emotional damage. Because I couldn't say it properly or something, I don't know. Like consciousness damage.
What happened to him? Tell me.
Her neck and cheeks are covered with red blotches. Her double chin is shaking. He drank himself to death. He fell and smashed his head against the bench. Trust me, ma'am, you don't wanna know. I mean, he did drink, but let's say he discombobulated himself on the bench.
And you just found him there? Lying in the cold?
Yes.
How long had he been there?
It's hard to say, for a few days at least. Is she Peter Griffin? No. She's not Peter Griffin's sister.
She doesn't reply. Her eyes well up with tears as she struggles to keep it together. You hear the clock ticking in the children's room.
Is there anyone we could call for you? A friend, a family member, someone who could be here for you?
No. I just need to tell my girls.
Ooh, that's gonna be harsh.
Unreal.
God, should I call them? Should I tell them to come home?
Smack your lips? What does that mean? Like, do I need to smack my lips now, or what do you mean, character man? Look away, yes. What do you guys think about these options here? I think it's a boop sound you do. Like. Like, I'm not sure. Should I tell them to come home? Yeah, you probably wanna have a serious talk with your kids. Kids, come back home, we need to talk about daddy. Happy Avnish, we don't have sounds. Stop wasting your points. I cannot have sounds during single player games, obviously, as you well know. It would take away from the focus. Yes.
All right. I'll call them. Just tell me, what do I need to do next? Where is he? Can I see him?
For God's sake, lie.
I don't know where they go. He's still there on the boardwalk. He's in the morgue. I mean, he's still there.
You haven't even taken him away?
No, her husband was a drunk. He slipped and fell on a metal bench and cracked his neck and died on the spot. That's what I concurred from the investigation. I didn't see any sources of violence. So, unlucky.
No, we have.
Oh, did we take him away? I don't remember.
He was taken to the city morgue. The local coroner will be contacting you shortly to arrange the funeral. Here's his number, in case you want to contact him earlier.
Really? I don't remember sending him to the morgue. Is he just trying to be empathic here?
Is there anything else that the RCM could do for you?
No, I'll call you if something comes up. I'm still a bit...
Sorry, I couldn't do this. I have a brain condition. And we don't need to get... we don't need to get to my psychological problems with her. That's it then.
Again, if there's anything we could do for you, then don't hesitate to call the RCM, ma'am.
She just nods, distant and inconsolable. The bed springs rattle beneath her as she begins to shake.
I'll take it from here. Thank you.
We should step outside and talk.
Set the arrival card by her, leave the room. What was the first answer? I didn't see. I already made the decisions, my good sir. Alright, what do we need to talk about, Kim? Are you gonna scold me that I didn't do a good job handling the news, or?
So, the death notification.
That did not go. I'm sorry, I know I fucked up. There's nothing to discuss, let's move on. That did not go as planned.
Well? No, it didn't.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It's alright, don't worry about it. I'll call the station when we're finished with the day, and let them know the name of the deceased.
What about Billy and her kids?
There's not much we can do for them anymore, I'm afraid.
So that's it?
That's it. We should get back to our case. There's nothing more we can do here.
Alright then. It is what it is, that's life.
And, officer, I've seen worse. This wasn't the worst I've seen, okay? Now let's go.
I really have, he thinks. She was strong. She made it easy for us. You should return to the boardwalk now that the body has been taken away. There's something you need to see.
What do you mean?
A little something that your visual cortex has put together while you were away. Let's call it an apparition from the past.
Hmm.
Oh no, it's one of those show, don't tell things, isn't it? You can just stop by whenever you're close. It should be quick enough.
So see, we awesome? These are different parts of my brain or stats that are talking to me in different ways. And you can see the stats here. I actually got a new stat point. So, see, visual calculus is talking to me, which is the... which is this. Reconstructing a crime scene. I have a couple of points into that, because I felt it was close to being intellectual in some ways. Logic is talking to me. Inland Empire is... gut feelings and hunches. So the more you have in these stats, the more these dialogues will pop up from this type of stats to lead you in different directions, you know? From this type of aspects. It's a very cool RPG mechanic. I'm not sure why they voice acted specifically the inner monologue talks, because it sounds a bit weird. I feel like maybe they should have left the inner monologues unvoice acted. Because sometimes you feel like, especially as a viewer, like, who are you talking to, you know? This is the door to apartment 29. I think that's where I need to go, right? Or 28.
This door is made of metal and appears to be reinforced. Someone here really values their security.
So this is another guy we need to talk to. So our main mission at the moment is there is a lynched person in the yard. Someone that was hanged. And we saw this guy walking from the balcony. And we wanted to investigate him. We had a hard time coming to this place, so... He wasn't very willing to come talk to us, so let's see.
Number 28. This is where the cleaning lady said the smoker on the balcony lives.
Why was that a reaction speed check, though? I don't know.
Let's see if anyone's home. Knock on the door.
No one answers.
Looks like the young man we are looking for isn't home. I think our best chance to catch him is in the evening.
No, we need to wait for night.
We should return tonight after we have finished with our day's work. How about 9 p.m.? Sound good?
Okay. What are you talking about?
The smoker on the balcony. This is why we are here, right?
Okay.
Tonight at 9 p.m. Right here.
It's still 4:48. Now, one very bad thing about this game is the time mechanic. The only way you could pass time is by talking to people, and each dialogue option is 1 minute on the clock. And it took me many hours to figure out that the only way else you can skip time is reading this specific item that you have in your bank. It's called your damage ledger. And I don't know if you could sell that, but if you have sold that, I think you might be stuck. So, because some things progress as the days pass. So, if you play this game, take good care of that item. Can I not go here? This is not part of the apartment complex? Okay then. Well, yeah, all I need to check is the left side of this complex then. And return potentially to the place we found the dead guy for some hidden stuff. And potentially wait till 9 o'clock as well. There's actually many things you can try to do. Like, this is like all of your quests in a way, from different days. Some of them you cannot complete instantly. Some of them you might not want to complete at all because of how you want to play the game. For instance, there is this party boys that I investigate. I can try to get more into their group if I want to, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to be part of these jokers. The pissing competition? Yeah, that was like a cup tour. Ask him about after the initial inspection of the dead body is done. Yeah, we haven't done the initial inspection yet. Now let's check this left side of the apartment complex. What's this door? Ah, leads to the girl upstairs. We actually need to talk to her, but before I get to her... What's up here? Someone has torn down the wall. What is this room here though? That's so random. Just a random room here? Ah, there we go. So, see that yellow circle there? The only reason I was able to see that and potentially move my character through here, because I actually thought this was just a wall. I don't think that was a hole there, since this was dark. But since there was a yellow circle here, yellow circle appears because of the perception stat, which I'm gonna invest 1 more again. It's been very useful. You being able to catch different things in the world that you usually wouldn't be able to see. Ah, see? Another thing just showed up. What's this? Book 16 Days of Cold as April. What the fuck is that? Probably just a random item I could potentially sell. I could interact with it. Features a row of concrete buildings with monochrome rainbow in the sky. Tells a rather excruciating story about 2 lovers during a period of ethnic unrest in Yugograd. The book has been filled with under psychological realism.
In your hands, you hold 16 Days of Coldest April by Yekaterina Dar. The cover image shows a row of concrete apartments above which span a black and white rainbow. Indeed, the book is unusually heavy in your hands, as though the cover were lined with lead. It would do that in Grad.
How long is this book anyway?
You flip through the book. The pages are thinner than you realized, and the type quite small and tightly set. It's nearly 600 pages long. Real art is dense and difficult. If it didn't feel like you had to wrestle a suicidal bear to get through it, you weren't really reading.
Start reading, look at the back cover.
The back cover is dominated by a black and white photograph of the author.
What does she look like?
She can't be much older than her mid-30s in this photograph. And yet, from this cover, The eyes of a sad old woman stare back at you.
So, I kind of don't want to read this book, but if you read it, maybe you get something out of it, like experience, or potentially some outlandish information that you can connect somehow by putting the pieces together. I don't know. Let's read it this time.
In cold, detached prose, the author describes a scene from one of the Yugograd riots in the 20s. Youths overturned motor carriages and set trash cans ablaze, while heavily armored guardsmen dash in and disperse them in a flurry of baton blows.
So it's some historical event. I don't really care about the historical events in this game, because there are way too many, and they don't make very good logical connection.
The Yugograd riots took place from 27 to 29. Fueled by ethnic unrest and the state's repressive tactics, these events are often seen as marking the end of a brief period of liberalization known as the Yugograd Spring. Like all such periods, it is frequently memorialized in art and literature.
Cool.
As ethnic tensions run wild, a pair of young lovers meet each other on the street. Somehow, in the middle of all the chaos, they manage to lock arms and look into each other's eyes.
Did they kiss next? Yeah, and this is only the last version of the game that actually had voice acting. It's called the Final Cut. The original game was only text. So I'm happy that I bought it with the voice acting included. Recently when it was on a discount. It was like it was a €10 on discount. It was suggested to me by some people, so that's why I took it. What happens next?
It would physically hurt you to keep reading. Are you sure?
Physically hurt me? I don't have much HP, so I kinda don't wanna get physically hurt. I won't subject myself to Gradian realism.
You've made the right life choices today, sir.
Thank you, my brain. Let's check this hidden room here. Is that a fridge? What do we have here? Ah, 1 HP bottle and 0.20 gold. Real. Let's spray that in my nose. Oh yes. How are you getting physical hurt by reading book? Well, that's how the mechanic works here, man. It's mentally discombobulating you. And since I was kinda insane earlier and having drinking problems, I guess it affects me. I don't know, man. I need to talk to this artist girl that keeps hooliganizing the building. I'm not sure why exactly I needed to talk to her, because it happened some time ago, but let's see.
Ooh, the piggies have learned how to saunter up staircases. I didn't think you could do that with hooves, but here you are.
Very disrespectful. That's right, we evolved. You're in trouble now, little lady. We cops don't like closed doors or unreachable perches, or people having high ground on us. You're in trouble now, little lady.
Yes, Uncle Maynard. Huge trouble. You're gonna take out your metal detector and your collection of bottle caps and shrapnel.
What?
That smell coming from her paint bucket. It's not paint. It's heavy fuel oil.
Is that heavy fuel oil? See, that was a perception roll. It was easy to complete without having too much stats in it. But still. And also, you can add different items to increase your stats in your inventory. I cannot show you inventory right now, but is that heavy fuel?
Red dyed heavy fuel oil, intended for exclusive use in government vehicles, to be precise.
What did you think I was using? Aquarels? Sucked it out of a cop's fuel tank myself. Back in Jamrock.
Fumes are bad for you? You'd better hand it over. That's some clever cultural commentary. I mean, she committed a crime, right? Hand it over!
Oh, push me off this ledge and pry the bucket from my dead hands?
Wait, is that it? I don't get to talk to her about anything else? So here you can put different quote items to increase or decrease different stats you want to invest into. You have a logic, everything pretty much you can go for. Most of the items have a negative aspect as well, but I just went for like solid, small, positive stuff.
Hello again, officers. Have you...
So what am I supposed to do with this girl? No? No? Possibly to ask about tattoos, but no? Nothing. She's just a random NPC here that potentially would lead to something or not, but we don't know yet. Why you equip a negative item? No, it's some items have a negative setback on them. Like for instance, this white satin shirt, it has +1 conceptualization, but it has 1 minus suggestion. And some items are just like that, +1 -1, you know. If it's specifically a stat that you really want to, you might need to sacrifice another stat. See this necktie? I can put bow tie has +2 drama, but I don't care about the drama stat. Instead I would go for a +1 in 1 empire, which is less stats, but is more of the stat that I want, because drama is being a liar or detecting lies, which is I guess not bad for a cop, but I don't want to go that route. Instead I'm going for the hunches and gut feelings. It's just how you want to play it, you know. What is this place? Is this where the babushka sleeps or the coal room? What do we see? 100 tiny feet securing beneath the grate. The rats of the city. Someone's been sleeping here recently. Cindy? Now the babushka said that she was next to the coal room, but potentially here. Maybe literally here she is. I found jeans. Drug jeans with minus reaction speed. No thank you. I really wish you could sell your quotes somewhere. I haven't found like a shop where you can sell quotes. And I really needed money back in the early game, so it is what it is. Yeah, 5 more. Oh, nothing useful here, I guess. Door is locked. Someone lives back there. New chair. Maybe this is where the babushka lives. She said next to the coal room, so I would expect here. Above, tarps flap in the wind, forgotten hammers and nail rust. Okay. Well, we explored most of the apartments. I guess I could start knocking on the doors. See if we can potentially get some information about something that we never expected we can get information from. So let's knock on this door first.
You hear someone walking around inside, rearranging the furniture. The number on the panel says 10.
Apartment number 10.
The walking stops abruptly, but no one comes to the door. You can feel tension on the other side.
See, this is my hunch feeling stat. Giving me some extra information. Not that I can really use to anything specific at the moment, but potentially my sense is giving me some type of a hint, you know?
Sounded like a woman. A woman's shoes.
This is my perception giving me hints. Knock again.
A poor communard, from the looks of it. The room is barely bigger than a closet.
The steps come closer. Who is this? This is the police. Open up.
Do I have to open the door?
Defensive tone.
Do you have a warrant? I'm not obligated to open the door if you don't have a warrant.
Let's go. We don't have a reason to get inside that apartment.
We don't. I just wanted to randomly ask questions.
It's generally easier to do things if you have literally any reason.
Ay, ay, ay. Next one.
This door has been closed with a padlock. A chalk-drawn number on the board says number 11.
Knock.
No reply.
Padlock.
It's a solid lump of metal, but the shackle is deeply corroded. A solid pair of chain cutters would make short work of it.
I actually have a chain cutter. Refrain from commenting. Time for a little snip snip. Refrain from commenting.
The lieutenant is concentrated on the hallway, scanning both ways for any approaches.
I can try to unlock a white check. A white check means you can redo it in the future. And it's Wolper's chance because interfacing stat, which is this. Master machine pickwalks and pockets. I'm not very good at that. Well, let's try it out. I mean, I have literally no reason to check this room for anything, but I'm curious.
What are you doing?
Fail.
You're trying to cut the body of the lock with the chain cutters, and it's really not working.
I missed the roll by 1. Because I rolled a 7. My stats in interfacing is 2. That's a total of 9. And the goal was 10. We missed it by 1, man. Fucking hell. Yeah, so it is like a D&D dice. I think. Because some of them have went up to like 16 or 18. Haven't seen a 20 check till now.
I believe it's the shackle you mean to cut, detective.
Also, this is, by the way, my... This is my mental health that took damage at the moment. This is my physical health that took damage before that. Don't you think that's what I'm trying to do? These chain cutters are broken, Kim.
Perhaps you should give it another go.
Kim pointed out the shackle, increasing my chance of succeeding. Alright, let's try this again.
The shackle snaps like a twig, and the lock falls to the floor with a little thud. It should be possible to enter now.
I had literally rolled the same 7, but I got +1 from Kim pointing out something. Total 10 out of 10. Alright, work.
After you, detective.
What do we have here? Any unrighteous things happening? Looks like a comfy bed. Small room. Flamboyant poster of a white star. We checked earlier that the white star was the sign of communism. I'm not really care about... I didn't pick a side of any political talk so far, so it doesn't really bother me. Books of critical theory on the monstrosity of capital and such. Photos of revolutionaries posing with guns.
A plaster cast bust depicts a middle-aged man with impressive sideburns. The name on the plinth reads Kraz Mazov. Kraz Mazov, nom de guerre, was an economist and a theoretical historian. He was a leading figure in the Grad side of the turn-of-the-century revolution, where he headed the 9-day government. Mazov is considered the father of scientific communism, Mazovian thought, or Mazovianism.
Why does this stand have a bust of Kraz Mazov? Kraz Mazov was a mass murderer. There's nothing cool about keeping his bust on your nightstand. I mean, if I know that, then I'll say that, I guess.
He was definitely controversial. The tenant here seems to like him. There aren't many communists around, not after the revolution. Some youth still keep the ideology going, it seems.
Why does this guy have a thing of such a thing?
The White Star, the photos on the wall. I think we have broken into the apartment of a young communard. How fitting.
Okay. I mean, nothing wrong with devoting your life to one ideology. I cannot arrest people for choosing to be like that. I can take a 9mm bullet and a conciliation jacket. I don't know if that's right though. We're just robbing these guys and we're police officers. I think I'll back off. Doesn't sound good to me. Alright, see we awesome. I'm not gonna go for much longer today either, so. Let's check the next room. Yeah, pretty much finished checking this room and probably done. Aha! There's something here. This looks like a crazy person's room. Moss bathroom. Substance. This is a drug substance. I'm not taking it, fuck it. Alcohol. No, I don't need alcohol. I guess I could sell it, but fuck it. I'll just leave it. Slime. Some gold. Alright.
Yes?
Now we're done here. So we need to return to the church. I'm gonna leave that for next time. And potentially wait for 9 o'clock. Check on the night to check on apartment 20. Yeah, we have some more things to do. But I'm gonna leave them for next time, boys. Even got pretty dark on the camera. I didn't even notice. Well, that's gonna be it, boys. Thanks for watching. I'm not gonna be raiding anyone. So, see you next time. Stay righteous.